What up? What's poppin'? What's going on? Let me make sure this shit is working right. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's the deal? So, today I'm going to be talking about why the best looking guy isn't the most attractive man to women. Okay? So, of course, I had to do it again with the whole looks and all that shit. We got to talk about this sometimes. What up, Betray You? What up, Kenwood Drive? What's poppin'? Remember, guys, how to have sex with 2 women a day. The ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys get that. Click the link below so you can get that shit poppin'. What up, Ajax? Nez was good. C40, Tim G, Building, Self, Tanvir, Darrell was poppin'. Andel was good. Felipe, what up? Thomas, Joseph was good. So I'm gonna actually be, like I was saying to you guys, I'm gonna be in Florida tomorrow. So if you guys are out in Florida, holla at your boy. I think there might be a slight delay on this video. We're gonna keep it pushing either way. All right, so real quick, I wanted to talk about why the best looking guy isn't the most attractive to women, right? Because what happens is, we always go through this argument of, oh, does looks matter, looks don't matter, looks do matter, whatever, and all that other shit, right? But what you have to understand is this. This is what I want to start off with. It's easy for women to get good-looking guys. I'm going to say that again. It is easy for women in general, to attract good-looking men. I'm going to say this one more time so you guys can get what I'm saying here. It is easy for women to attract good-looking guys. Okay? This doesn't matter if the girl is a 5, a 7, or a 10. A chick who you would consider as a 5 attracts a lot of good-looking dudes. A chick who's a 7 attracts a lot of good-looking dudes, and a chick who's a 10 attracts a lot of good-looking dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on, wait. I'm gonna get to the calls in a second. I gotta give y'all this heavy game so you understand what's going on. Right? So, what you have to understand is, since women can get good-looking dudes easily, being good-looking is not enough. Do you understand? So, what you have to understand is that a woman, let's say you have a girl who is, and it don't even matter if you see her as a 5, 6, 7. Let's just say you have a chick, an average chick or whatever, right? Let's say she's on Tinder, right? And she's, swiping left, swiping right, whatever it is. And let's say she swipes on, it matches with 10 good-looking guys she considers good-looking, right? What's going to separate each of those guys? Right? The thing that separates each of those dudes is their game. Because if she has 10 good-looking guys to choose from, right? What's going to make this good-looking guy more attractive than this good-looking guy? What's going to differentiate this good-looking guy between that good-looking guy? It's the game. See, let me give y'all some real shit. This is the thing. What happens with good-looking dudes is this. A chick, she'll check him out and she'll be attracted to him because he's physically attractive, right? She's like, oh, I think he's physically attractive, right? Then what happens is, if a chick is horny, if she's horny, right? if she is horny at that moment and she sees that good looking guy and she's in a situation where sex could happen, she might end up fucking him because she's just physically attracted to him and she's horny. That does not mean that she thinks he's the most attractive guy. It just means at that moment, she's horny, she thinks he looks good enough, and so she'll fuck him. Right? But that doesn't happen all the time. See, a chick could think you're good looking, but if she's not horny, if she's not in that mood, she still won't fuck you. A chick could think you're good looking, but you might not even be her type as far as what good looking is. You see what I'm saying? So a chick can see you and think you're good looking, but you're not necessarily her type. Do you understand that? So it doesn't matter that she thinks you're a good looking dude because you're not even her type. So even if you're good looking, but she's not in that, if she's not in that mood, it don't even fucking matter. What you have to understand is there's a difference between what is attractive to men and what's attractive to women. You understand? There's a difference between what's attractive to men and what's attractive to women. See, for us, what's attractive to us is how she looks. Right? Now, all this other, her personality and everything could come later, but on the front end, it's how she looks. So the only people that should really be complaining about, oh, it's all about looks, should be women. So when you're always complaining about, oh, it's all about looks, you sound like a bitch. Or you sound like what a bitch should sound like, because that's who pays attention to the looks are the men. We're paying attention to how she looks. You understand what I'm saying? Now, women, on the other hand, what makes the guy the most attractive is a combination of everything. It's everything. And I've been trying to tell you guys this. It's everything. Because again, like I said, it's easy for a woman to get a good-looking dude. It's so easy. It's so fucking easy. So for you to think, oh, women just want the good-looking dudes, a chick could get a good-looking dude tonight, right now. Right now. A chick could go into her fucking Tinder. Basically, 8 out of 10 dudes she swipes on Tinder is going to be a match in most cases. You know why? Because most niggas swipe on everybody. So even the good-looking dudes are swiping on everybody. This is why you'll see sometimes good-looking dudes with chicks who aren't as good-looking. You're like, why is he with her? It's because usually that good-looking dude didn't have as much game to get the girl he really wanted. So he just sort of sticks with her because he's like, well, she's gonna fuck with me, so I'm gonna fuck with her. I want to get some sex and all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? See, what a chick is looking for, she's looking for, or whoever she considers the most attractive, she's looking for the guy who has a combination of everything. That's the most attractive to a woman. He has the look she likes, the personality, the swag, the charisma, whatever feelings that he, brings, that excitement, all of that shit matters to women. You understand? And again, what you got to understand too, and this is even just the deeper part of it, and I've always talked about this, is what is attractive is still subjective at the end of the day. It's still subjective. So, again, like I said, a chick, so for example, and I've had this happen to me plenty of times, a chick could think I'm attractive, but I might not even be her type. So therefore, it's whatever. Or a chick could see me, a lot of chicks could see me and say, oh, I think you're attractive. And then there's another chick who doesn't think I'm attractive at all. You understand? So any dude that you see who would be considered good looking is still not good looking to some other girls. So it don't fucking matter. Now, this is the thing that you guys gotta understand, right? And I'll flip it so you'll sort of see what I'm talking about here, right? Now, A guy with game, a guy who has game, right? Let's say I'm just using this as an example, sake argument. A guy that has game most likely has access to a lot of average chicks. You understand? So what I'm saying is a guy who has game, let's say he can tell that a whole bunch of 5s and 6s are into him. He can see a whole bunch of 5s and 6s that are choosing him, right? But the 5 and the 6 aren't the most attractive to him. The most attractive is the 10. He really wants the 10. But his game is tight. And since his game is tight, he's like, I already see that I could get the 5s and 6s. It's so easy for me to 5s and 6s, are choosing me left and fucking right. I just see them all the time. It's nothing. But what he really wants is the 10. Now he can get the 10, but that's what he really wants. That's the most attractive, right? But he's used to the 5s and 6s. So it doesn't matter that this girl's a 5 and a 6 and who's trying to get with him, because it's not that big of a deal because he gets that all the time. You understand? Like I said, the 5s and the 6s aren't a big deal because he gets access to that all the time. He gets access to that all the time. There's something else that's different about the 10 that he does not get access to. Remember, I said he gets access to that all the time. So when I'm talking about women, guess what they get access to all the time? Good looking motherfucking guys. Do you understand this? Women have access to good looking men all the fucking time. Do not get this twisted. And so the thing that differentiates is how the guy makes her feel. The type of experience she's having. That makes him the most attractive. This is why, again, you see guys who you think, oh, he's not that great looking with bad chicks. Why? Because he's different than what she's used to getting. Do you see what I'm saying? So she could also be with a good looking guy and he could be like on point. His swag is on point. His game is on point. That also happens. But she could meet a guy who's not the best looking dude, but his game is on point. He brings something to the table that she has not experienced before. So to her, he's the most attractive guy. You understand? And this is what I've been trying to scream to you guys until I'm freaking, hoarse for the past 10 years. But see, all y'all talking about, oh, it's all about looks. It's all about looks. My nigga, chicks can get good looking dudes all the time. And you know why they can get good looking dudes all the time? It's because most guys, whether you consider them good looking or not, don't have game. You understand what I'm saying? They don't got game. So what happens is you have a guy who, let's say most people say this guy's good looking and he's on Tinder trying to fuck with these girls and the girls are like, oh, he's cute, let me swipe right on him. Then what happens is he ain't got no game, so half of them ain't meeting up with him because his texting game is terrible. He don't know what to say. He's saying some goofy shit, so they're like, okay, next, this nigga's lame, right? Or you have chicks who's not gonna swipe right on him because they're like, oh, he's too good looking. He might have a lot of girls, so I'm not fucking with him anyway. You understand? This is what you gotta understand. All that matters is that you're actually getting shit popping with the girl. Now, again, I said this before. If you only care about being good looking and chicks thinking you're cute, then yeah, that's gonna work out for you. You're gonna have a lot of girls thinking you're cute. You're gonna have a lot of girls thinking you're good looking. That's cool. Does that equate to your dick getting wet? You understand? This is why, and I've seen this. I've seen this happen. To me personally, I've seen this happen to friends of mine. And what people don't understand is a lot of clients that I have are good looking dudes. This is why I'm not just talking out my ass. There's a lot of clients that I have who are good looking dudes. Matter of fact, this dude sent me an email the other day, and this nigga looked like Trey Songz's cousin type of nigga. You understand? And he was talking about he was having trouble on Tinder. So the dude sent me pictures. Son, the nigga had a 6-pack, my nigga. You understand? The dude had a fucking 6-pack. And he's still having issues. Good looking dude with a 6-pack. I don't even have a fucking 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I'm telling you. Listen. The chicks that I date, I look at all their Tinders. They show me their Tinder fucking inboxes. They show me the dudes they matched with. You understand? There's a large number of decent to good-looking dudes they're matching with. You understand? Are they meeting up with all of them? No. Are they interested in all of them? No. Because again, like I said, I always use the analogy of the house. A woman, the way she does her, attraction is for her, is she sees, it's like the house. You see a beautiful house. Oh, that house is gorgeous. Now you go inside to look in the house to see if you really like the house. You have to step inside, check the rooms out, check the bathroom, make sure the toilet flushes, make sure the water's running, make sure everything is good. Then you say, yo, I want this house. But you don't just go to the house and fucking see it and then say, this is it. You go inside the shit. You feel what I'm saying? You go inside the house to see if you like the shit. That's the way women generally are when it comes to attraction. But what you gotta understand is, and like I said earlier, don't get it twisted. Hold on, I gotta. Yo, what's poppin', bruh?
Yo, what up?
Oh shit, Miles is in the building. What's going on, Miles? What's poppin' with you, bro?
Yo, man, I just finished picking up a bag. You feel me? that's what I do, nigga. That's what I do. I get bags.
I feel you. So what's going on, man?
Hold on, my bad. I got some noise in the background. I had to shut the door to the warehouse where I keep all the product. You feel me?
Oh,
and that's
man.
real shit too. But anyway, yeah, man, just finished up a gig. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking with some good clients.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? The type of clients that get you paid up front without
Exactly.
fronting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of clients I fuck with, son.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the type of clients I like. You feel me?
Real shit.
Where
Shit.
it ain't no what had happened was and all of this explaining and this and that and all. You're like, I don't want to hear it, son.
Exactly. They got the money. They got the money on point.
And keep it moving.
They got the money on point, man. For real.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
For real.
Yeah, but yeah, you know how I do. You know, I get on the live stream real quick to let niggas know about the next Bad Boy show coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be called Charging Niggas to the Game. You feel me?
Real shit.
Because we be on here talking about how we gotta charge bitches to the game. But look, a lot of times you gotta charge niggas to the game because a lot of y'all be hanging with some fraudulent bitch ass niggas. You feel me? and we it's 2018 and these fucking Me Too bitches is getting crazy. We ain't got time for that right now. You feel me?
Right.
So that's what the next Bad Boy show gonna be about. We gonna tell niggas how sometimes you gotta assess the niggas you rolling with, and assess the situation and see if they're good for you, and if they're not good for you, and then if they not, as soon as you figure out that they're not, charging niggas. You feel me?
Yeah, man, because you gotta see who you hanging out with, man. You gotta see who you're around, because some cats be on that bullshit, and also too, just their energy. If they got that loser energy, you understand?
Yeah.
Because losers like to surround themselves with other losers. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So because the progress or if they fucking with somebody that they know, okay, look, this motherfucker's on some real shit, and you got to actually put in some work to actually get shit popping. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to put in work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they rather go somewhere else or chill around motherfuckers who sort of enable their bullshit. You see what I mean?
Right.
So
it's like that. It's like that thing when you read any one of them success books, or you listen to any one of them success gurus, they tell you that you're going to be as successful as the three niggas you hang around with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
exactly.
So basically, if the three niggas you hang with ain't got no bitches, then guess what? but we'll save the rest of that for the show.
Exactly.
Remind me of the topic again.
Right. So today we was talking about how I titled it why the best looking guy isn't the most attractive to women, because I was basically saying that, you know what I'm saying, because dudes don't get, because I said that, I told them that women have no problem getting good looking dudes, like mad good looking dudes be trying to holler at chicks all day. You feel what I'm saying?
All day.
So they used to that shit. So it's not about it's just about looks, because chicks get good looking dudes trying to fuck them all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So So what else you got? If it's 2 or 3 good looking dudes trying to holler at one chick, which one is she gonna pick?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What differentiates?
You know what else? You know what else? These millennial bitches.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to look better than them.
Exactly.
They don't want you to look better than them, because if they walk into a room and everybody's looking at the nigga,
right,
they gonna feel fucked up. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like I got on makeup and heels, and I spent 5 hours at the gym, and everybody's looking at this dude instead of me. A woman can't stand that. Women need that attention. So yeah, you're right. Not every time it's about getting that nigga that look good.
Right. And on top of that, what you gotta understand, I think dudes don't get this, is that because guys are looking, and this is some like weird shit, because even us as men talking about another dude's looks, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so this is what guys do. They'll look at a guy who looks like he's halfway gay, right? And they'll be like, that's a good looking dude, right? But what they don't understand is what women find good looking is actually a masculine motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So guys will think that a woman is gonna think that a guy is good looking because he looks like more like a pretty boy. Like, chicks aren't really into pretty boys. Chicks are into men. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a chick will see a guy who's like a mechanic with oil on his hands and a beard more attractive than some dude who's wearing some tight jeans and has his eyebrows arched. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what niggas think that's what niggas think good looking is to a woman, because a dude is looking at another dude, but he's looking at him through the eyes of how he would see a bitch. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So he thinks niggas that look like bitches look good, which is still kind of gay, because you're looking at a dude like he's a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's like,
yep.
It's like, yo, because I'll be on these message boards and I'll be seeing niggas talking about, this guy's a good-looking guy, he must get a lot of girls. And you see the picture of the nigga look like he do gay porn. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, yo.
No, but but it's the truth though. Like, a lot of them dudes who really think that it's all about looks, them niggas, they got gay tendencies. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm like, that shit is mad weird. You know what I'm saying? But, because it's funny, because if that's the focus, you know what I'm saying? What are you really focusing on?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? What are you really focusing on? That's what I'm saying. And then just to get back to like the whole thing with chicks, getting good looking dudes, dude. It don't matter if you're considered a good looking guy, average looking guy, below average, whatever the fuck it is. Every dude wants to fuck. It don't matter if you're good looking or not. So the good looking guys are trying to fuck. But imagine if you're a good looking guy and you don't have no game, you still having as much trouble as any other guy who don't got no game. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, and this is why I'm saying that you find good looking dudes, with chicks who aren't so good looking, because and I'm saying this even like just like from my personal experience. Like, nigga, you know how many times and Miles, you could tell me if I'm bullshitting or not. Miles, how many times you see me back in the day with a bitch and you looking at me funny like, why is Locario with this bitch? You feel what I'm saying?
Like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie. When we was like 15, 17 and you was bringing them in,
yeah,
I used to shake my head every time, like literally 9 out of every 10 times.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yo, like, what are you doing, B?
Dude,
like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. And the reason why was because since my game wasn't really on point at that time, I was on some, look, I'm taking whatever I could get. So then, therefore, what happens was that I'll find a chick, and she would be like maybe like a 5.5, maybe a 6 on a good day. You feel what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, well, fuck it. She's trying to give me some pussy. Let me make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? But that chick wasn't my first choice, but I settled for it because, you know what, it was what it was. But I looked way better than that chick. You see what I'm saying? So she was getting a good looking dude. You feel what I'm saying? So multiply that by all the other niggas that's trying to fuck with her, who, you see what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, like that shit is crazy. So I'm trying to tell guys, like, for a chick to get a good looking dude, that ain't shit. So it's not just about, it's about the dude being good looking, because if that was the case, then you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be the only criteria, because chicks would be just, fucking with, they would just get with this good looking dude and call it a day. You understand what I'm saying? But you see so many times where you see niggas. I remember I went to this one event. It was a fucking, I don't know if you was there. You might have been there, but it was like a singles event or something like that. And there was a bunch of chicks and a bunch of dudes. Now, I shit you not. You understand? Objectively, the dudes in there look way better than the chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Just objectively, I'm just saying. And these motherfuckers was scared to talk to the girls. The girls were sort of ignoring the dudes or whatever. And there's so many different levels as to why that was happening. Because sometimes a chick will see a guy, and because she thinks he's good looking, she's intimidated by him, so she don't fuck with him. Or she might talk to the good looking guy, notice that he's kind of corny, he don't really got anything to say, so then she's like, not into him. You understand? So it's all these different things. But the fact remains is that it's not just that. Like, dudes gotta. It's almost like this. Imagine you meet a girl, you go on a date with her, you take her home, and she don't want to fuck you, right? Or you meet a girl, you make out with her, and then you call her the next day, she don't return the call. Or you meet a chick, everything seems like it's going good, but then she ghosts on you. Now, my question, the reason why I'm bringing all these things up is this. If all these other instances that don't make no fucking sense logically are happening when it comes to women, what in the fuck would make you think that a woman's going to think strictly, quote unquote, logically when it comes to just a guy being good looking and her wanting to fuck him? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You see what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like, there's all these other things. There's all these other fucking random things as to why the girl's not fucking you. What makes you think just because you're good looking, that automatically means you're going to fuck? It doesn't happen that way.
Now, it's and the whole thing about the looks thing is guys giving women too much credit. Like they put in, like we spoke about it before when Eddie Fuse was talking about. You can't put the same, you can't put the same respect that you put on men is the same respect that you put on women. You can't do it because they two different creatures.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because we know when we're going out to look for a girl, we want her to look good. But these chicks is looking for a whole bunch of other shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of the time. I mean, yeah, they'll do a double take on a nigga that's good looking.
Right.
But if he open up his mouth and his voice ain't deep enough, they're not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if they meet a nigga that's good looking and he's talking more about clothes and fashion than they are, they more than likely might not fuck with him.
Right.
Like
right.
you got some cats out there, all they worry about is they looks, and they don't know nothing about like man shit. Like they have like these niggas. They claim that they're models and shit, but they still living at home with their fucking mother because they can't get like consistent modeling gigs. You know what I'm saying? So they meet a bitch and they broke and they living at home with their mother. You think a chick gonna stay with a nigga like that for long?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Now, granted, I'm not saying, and that goes back to the game because that's why you need game. You see what I'm saying? Because a nigga that's good looking and he's a model living at home with his mother trying to get consistent modeling gigs, he needs a little bit of game to keep a bitch interested in him. You see what I'm saying? Because the looks will get you the attention. The looks will get you that second look. But when you open up your mouth, you better have something to say, homie. You better have something to say. That's why y'all gotta stop fronting on the game. Right,
because they don't understand that the whole thing about the what makes a woman attracted to a guy, a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is the emotional attachment she has to a nigga. So a dude who doesn't look as good as that model, if he gets in that girl's head, she's gonna be thinking about that nigga more than she's thinking about the model nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing that guys don't understand, and I'm just like, yo, y'all motherfuckers need to understand that when it comes to the game, man, when it comes to a woman thinking a man is attractive, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because some dude left a comment on my video the other day. He was like, "Oh, you're because I made that analogy about Jay-Z and Beyonce before on the Bad Boy show. He was like, "Oh, that analogy doesn't count because Jay-Z has money and blah 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 and all this other stuff." And basically,
Beyonce has money.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, Beyonce has money too, so that cancels out. They're at the same level as far as that. So therefore, if they took away all the money and all of that shit, you see what I'm saying? And then you can say, oh, well, it's because Jay-Z has status. The thing with Jay-Z is that if he's that same dude who has that drive and that energy, he's going to be doing what he's doing anyway in some form of fashion. So all of that combined, and this is why I'm saying what makes a guy attractive to women, it's everything combined. You understand?
Right.
It's everything that makes that man up. Because truthfully, if it was all about looks, Beyonce should be with, I don't know, a nigga like Big Sean or Cameron before she with Jay-Z, right? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So dudes got to understand that shit. And they said in the chat when he's like, Beyonce has more money than him. Exactly.
But how could you count out that analogy when Jay-Z's ugly as fuck, B? Like,
exactly. Right. Right. Most people say Jay-Z's not a good-looking dude, right? You feel what I'm saying?
Like, how do you count out that analogy? Like, seriously.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, dudes don't get it.
Come on, man. Jay-Z will be ugly. Jay-Z will be the first one to tell you he ugly.
Right.
What the fuck you mean?
So I'm like, yo. Because even son, Biggie even told y'all motherfuckers back in the day. Biggie done said this shit, son. What he said in that song, he said black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. And so he basically saying, look, and Biggie was fucking chicks before he was famous. Wasn't he fucking Lil Kim before he was famous?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Biggie done told y'all, son. Oh my God. Shit is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know when niggas gonna learn. I don't know.
Man, hey, but that's why we here, man. We here to teach you, man. We here to stand on the soapbox and keep preaching till they get it.
Right, man. I'm telling you, man, because this shit. Because I'm like, yo, you know, dudes got to understand that what makes because I think this is the hardest part for guys to understand, because they keep thinking about attractive as they're attractive. Their thought of attractive meaning looks. I like the way a woman looks. I'm attracted to her. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Women, they're just wired different. B, they're so wired different, son. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because for them, you got to understand, like, for them, it generally is more so who's the most attractive. Meaning, they're going to give their cooperation to the most attractive guy. You see what I'm saying?
Right, and the most attractive covers more categories.
Right.
Like, there's looks, plus there's money, plus there's, if he know what to say. Some bitches will fuck with a nigga because he know how to sing. Like,
right.
He's talented. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows how to put together an outfit. Because he knows how to, because he knows how to get into the club. Because he knows how to fucking hustle and do credit card schemes.
Right,
like,
right.
Just different shit.
Right.
Like I watched a video the other day when a bitch, she was talking about, oh my God, I just love how a nigga look when he got his gun in his waist.
Right.
I'm like, really, bitch? Like, and that's females for you. That's just females. Like,
right.
And you know what I'm saying? There's no logical explanation to the shit.
Right.
Because how you gonna say, God damn, I just love how a nigga look when he got his gun in his waist? Like, really, bitch? Like, do you know how many things is wrong with that situation?
Right,
like,
right.
If you're in a state like New York City, you're like, first of all, if you hanging with the nigga, you could probably get brought up on charges and go to jail. You see what I'm saying? If either of y'all got drugs in the car while he got his, his attractive looking gun on his waist, both y'all going to jail for trafficking and shit. What the fuck is so sexy about the possibility of going to jail?
Right.
But that's the logic. That's the lack of logic on the part of a female's mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is. That's why you can't be on that. I mean, you can if you want, but we telling y'all, like, that's not what it is.
I'm
that's
telling
not
you,
what
man.
It is. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, you guys got to understand.
That's not what it is. That's why it makes sense. It makes sense to wear clean clothes and put yourself together. So when a bitch look you up and down, your whole package is your appearance is good looking. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But y'all niggas running around talking about, oh, I'm not 6'5" and I don't look like Trey Songz. Y'all just copping out. That's all.
Right.
Y'all copping out. That's it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because y'all don't want to actually go and get a good haircut on a consistent basis. Go and fucking learn game and listen to the Bad Boy membership and fucking apply the shit and talk to women on a regular basis so you can get used to the sociology of talking to bitches.
Right.
You just don't want to do that. And so instead of saying, you know what, I'm just a lazy bitch ass nigga, you say, you know what, it's because I'm not good looking why these bitches ain't responding to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's easier to say.
Right.
It's much easier to say, because there's no excuse. There's nothing you can really do except get plastic surgery if you're not good looking, and if you think you're not good looking enough. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, well, I ain't got no money for plastic surgery, and this is the way God made me. So it's an easy cop out. It's an easy excuse. It's an easy crutch for you to just sit on.
Right.
And act like it's all good.
Right. Yo, you know what's crazy? I can't wait until those sex dolls come out. Are they out yet? You know those fucking sex.
No, they're out.
They're out
and
already?
I already know the prices and everything.
How much?
I ain't even gonna lie.
How much is a sex doll?
Well, starting price is $1,600. There's a website called thesilverdoll.com.
Man, yo, listen. I want all y'all niggas to go out there and get a sex doll. Just off top. Just go do it. Just get it over with. Because I already know some of y'all gonna do it. So please get it over with. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying get it over with is because I want you to understand that it's a sex toy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I want you to understand, because dudes just hit me up, they're like, yo, it's, this is so great, I'm gonna never have to talk to a chick again. I'm like, okay, I'll be here when you realize that's bullshit. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'm like, yo, answer me this. I said I'm gonna be teaching the sex doll game, how to How the fuck your sex doll? Nah, because answer me is have you ever stopped talking to chicks because you beaten off?
Never.
Exactly. So
Never.
truthfully, I'd fuck a sex doll just to see how it feels. I actually want to see, like, for some research purposes. Yo, we might have to invest in a sex doll for some research purposes, just so we could be on the same page with y'all niggas when y'all fucking with these sex dolls, so we could. Because no, seriously, because I'm like, man,
be like, yo, Mr. Locario, I can't get the right positioning with my sex doll.
Exactly.
What kind of name should I name my sex doll? Because
Right.
I'm trying to find the right name.
Yo, where do you even put them shits when you done? Like you put them in a closet? Like what do you? Like they just be.
Or just use them shits as decoration. Just lay them on your bed.
Just have them on your bed chilling.
Your couch. So when you come home, you could be like, "Hey, honey, I'm home." Or what? I don't know.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh man, I can't wait. I need like that's because the thing is. It's the problem that this the part that I gotta get guys to understand. You can't replace the real thing. You understand? It's like it'll be cool for what it is, but you can't replace the real thing. I'm sorry. I understand. I wish that you could, but you can't. You understand what I'm saying? Is not it's always gonna be something there that's not quite right. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. I mean, do the sex dolls make noises when you fuck them? Like, is that what happens?
See, that's the part that's fucking with me because I love the noises. B.
That's what I'm saying.
I love when I drop the D inside deep. The bitch, her eyes get wide and she go, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love, B. And right. I don't know, but if they make that might help. That might help.
That's what I'm saying.
But then those sex dolls will probably cost like $5G.
Right, because I need the sex doll I need her to be making noises. I need her to have the O face. You know what I'm saying?
The O face is the shit, B. Oh my god.
Yo, so I'm just saying.
Ain't nothing like the O face, man.
If any of y'all guys in the chat room get a sex doll, please call us. Let us know how it is. Like, we need to know. We need some research done on this shit. So let me know if y'all guys get these sex dolls, because we gotta get into this. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
because niggas right now is excited and chicks are nervous as fuck. So we need to know what's going on. They fucking nervous, man. Oh my goodness. Crazy.
Yo, man, let me get off and let some of these other fellas call up.
All right, yo. All right, I'm going to holler at you, Miles.
But yo, just to reiterate, we talk on the Bad Boy Show this weekend, we talking about charging niggas to the game. You feel me?
Exactly, man.
All right? So peace, man.
All right, man. I'm going to holler at you. Yeah, man. Oh, y'all ready? You're ready. Yeah, what's going on? Who's this?
Hi, it's Nez from London.
What up, bro? What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that you did this topic tonight, actually, because I was thinking about asking you something to do with this at work today, but I kind of forgot what I was going to ask now. But I wanted to just talk about the Tinder thing for a second, because I agree with you on almost everything, but. You were saying that, guys swipe left on pretty much every girl they see, the good-looking guys and everything like that. But then again, a girl's not going to swipe right on a guy who she thinks is not good-looking, is she?
Well, this is the thing. There's a video on YouTube. There's this guy named Based Zeus. If you ever heard of Based Zeus, you ever watch his videos?
I've seen the video.
So he has a video where he did an experiment with a funny looking dude, and he got matches, and chicks was ready to go out with him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think he only got 5 or 6 or something, and he had to sit there swiping all day for 2 days or something like that.
Right, but he got 5 or 6. That's better than 0. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. I think that, see, this is the problem with guys in the game. They're so concerned about like being like other dudes. Like they'll see a guy get like 20 matches. They'll see a guy get 30, and they're like, oh, I only got 5. It don't matter. As long as you going out with the chick and you're creating a situation for y'all to have sex, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, you're just trying to find someone to get with to do what you got to do. So if that guy in the video, that dude looked goofy as fuck, you understand? And he still got those type of matches. And the funny part was in the video, part of what made the thing interesting was that the bio that he wrote and also the shit he was saying to the girls in the messages. You see what I mean? So it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, don't worry too much about, oh, well, I'm only getting this amount and this person's getting this amount. Are you getting something going? That's the point. That's the point of it. The point of it is for you to get. That's like if I was saying, hey, I want to start a business and I want to make money in the business, and I'm like, damn, I only made $100K this year, but this other person made $1 million. Does it really matter? I made $100K. You feel what I'm saying? I still got some money off of my own business. You see what I mean? So that's what you got. That's the part that guys got to look at. Is like, are you actually getting results? Now, if I started a business and I didn't make no money, then that would be a different story. It'd be like, fuck, I didn't make any money. That sucks because nothing really happened. But if something's actually happening, then it works. So if you're a guy and you're on there and you're only getting 5 matches a day, then fuck it. You get 5 matches a day. You say, well, look, I noticed my usual rate is 5 matches a day. So every day I'm going to go on there and get 5 more. The next day I'm going to get 5 more. So, by the end of the week, you get, 7 times 5, 35? Am I doing the math right? You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the amount of work and time you're putting into it. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I see. But one guy I know, he's on these sites, and I mean, he regularly gets a lot of matches and a lot of chicks that go out with him, and a lot of people hitting him up. Like, chicks actually start messaging him first on Bumble and Tinder and all these other OkCupid websites and stuff like that. But I guess his profiles. I mean, he is an attractive guy at the same time, but his pictures and his profiles make him kind of come across as somebody who's like easygoing and fun and has an interesting life. Whereas I guess my ones, I mean, I got like some selfies on the beach and stuff like that, and a few pics with a few friends, but nothing really. Perhaps I should like take some photos of me doing some cool stuff, and with take some photos with some like female friends and stuff like that, or acquaintances.
Yeah, you can. All of those things help, because if you take some pictures, well, one, like I told about this before. If you take a picture, if you have at least one picture, of like that looks professional, that's good. If you take a picture with you and a chick, that's another good one. If you take a picture of you with like friends, that's another good one. If you take a picture of you doing something interesting, like being somewhere doing something fun, that's another thing. So because the thing is, what's good about the pictures is it should tell sort of like a story about you, or they supposed to get a sense of the type of guy you are. You understand? Because for us, for guys, we're just looking at the looks. We're like, oh, she's cute, I want to talk to her. The woman is like, would I have a good time hanging out with this guy? That's what women are thinking about. So it's, yeah, of course they'll see you and think you're attractive, but it's still like, okay, he's attractive, and I see that he has pictures with, other women, so other women must like him. He must be cool. He's attractive, and he got pictures with all his friends having a good time, so he must be a cool guy if all these other people think he's cool. He's attractive, and he's, out doing dirt bike riding, so he had, so there's a lot of different shit that women are looking at and thinking about when they are looking at your pictures and shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you know how to create that story or that image, that's going to help you out even more. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing.
Well, you said I should have one photo that looks professional, so I get somebody to take it and just like edit it.
Yeah, I would say to you, I would say, what you want to do is if you have a photographer friend or somebody that's good at taking pictures, or you can even hire a photographer for like an hour and just take a bunch of good pictures, professional pictures, and pay him maybe like $100 or whatever, however much you got to pay him. And then you get maybe like 100 and some pictures. You go through all of those pictures, you look at the best one, and then you get that one photoshopped, and then you make that one of your, main pictures. That's like your best picture you have. And then the other pictures can be, other stuff you take on your cell phone or whatever that are showing you doing certain things and interesting things. That's going to entice the girl to want to make something happen. See, the thing that guys got to understand about the online dating game, and I talked about this before, and this is the reason why you ever see when those guys do those experiments where they get a good-looking guy's picture and they start like swiping and they're like, oh, look at all these girls wanting me because I got the model picture up and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why that happens is because when you're doing stuff online, and I talked about this before, the online dating thing is basically the same thing as when a person has been conditioned to see things in magazines and newspapers and articles and shit. So they're looking at it through the same medium. So what that means is if you take a picture that makes you look like you're in a magazine, like a picture that makes it look like you're in a like you would see that in a magazine ad, that's gonna trigger what they've been used to seeing. So what you got to understand is when you're doing online dating, you're marketing. You see what I'm saying? You're marketing yourself. And you're marketing yourself through the medium of what people are used to seeing on online magazines, regular magazines and stuff like that. So, like for example, and I showed this before, I'm putting my picture on the screen right now. And this is a picture my dude Miles took of me, right? Now, this is a professional picture. Right? So this picture looks like something a person might see in a magazine ad or something, or for something. So the thing is, here's another one. It's another picture. Professional looking picture. So when they're swiping, what happens is that they're going through all these other guys who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Guys who are taking pictures with their cell phone in their bathroom, dimly lit. Right? And then they come across your shit, and your shit automatically pops. So they're like, oh shit, who's this? And then that entices them to read your shit, look at your shit more, and then, you understand what I'm saying? See what's popping with it. You see what I mean? Because it's the whole presentation. It's the presentation. You see what I'm saying? Like for example, and I do this, and this is why I say game is so important, because I always say, don't just listen to what I say, watch what I do. For example, the other day I put out a video. And I put out a video called "You're not attracting women because you live on the internet," right? Now, in that video, I wore a jacket. Now, people was like, "Oh, that's a cool ass jacket," blah blah blah. And the one person, I think it was a black man who's in the chat room, he said, "Yo, I noticed the jacket, and now I'm seeing how you're saying that your appearance actually matters, because it just popped out at me." You see what I'm saying? So I do that shit on purpose because I'm marketing. Do you understand what I'm saying? The same way where you watch my videos and you see the intro, you hear with the little music and you see my logo, and then at the end of it you see all the other shit, is because I'm creating a thing to where it looks like almost like a show. You know when the show has a theme song and then you see the show and then it has the credits. You see what I'm saying? So I'm marketing it in the way that you're used to seeing something. So now when you see me, you take me as seriously as you would take the shows that you see on TV. Do you understand what I'm saying? So so all of this, everything that you're doing matters. So when a woman is swiping on you on these sites and she looks at your pictures and she sees, oh shit, this is reminding me of what when I saw that magazine cover with that cool looking guy. You understand? That triggers her to actually want to make this shit happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I saw that jacket. It was a good jacket. You had two jackets, one black and one
right, exactly,
red or something like that.
Right.
Purple.
So yeah, none of that, and this is what I'm saying. None of that is by just random. None of that is by mistake. Like I think about all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? And so all of those things come together to make one big thing that makes everything seem and feel and the person experiences it in a different way. You see what I'm saying? So all of that matters. So it's like every little thing you do. This is why I talk about guys when I say like your appearance matters. You getting a haircut, you shaving, you brushing your teeth, wearing some nice shoes, making sure your clothes fit. All these things, because women, when they're dealing with you, they're looking at all of those things. And even when a woman is looking at your profile, she's looking at all those things. So the thing is, if you're taking a picture in just a dark room in your bathroom, right? That right there, she's gonna skip over that because she's like, this guy, he's whatever. You understand? Like, that doesn't really catch her, that doesn't grab her, that doesn't intrigue her, that doesn't play off of what she's used to seeing, that she's already been conditioned and triggered to be into. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what.
I think you.
Now go ahead. What you're saying?
Yeah, I think you told me about this before when I called in. We was talking about the face and LMS guy who was doing all those experiments and stuff. But yeah, like no, it was good. I mean, you got the logo going at the start of your videos and the music and stuff like that. So it's a good intro. But I think the intro that you had a few years back with all the collage of all the clips and stuff was a bit better. But yeah, but all you need is a website that I can code up for you, innit? Like that's the only thing you're missing. All the other things.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about the website. Yeah, I'm gonna contact you with that soon. I gotta get like this all this other stuff I gotta get handled because I'm definitely gonna do a revamping and I'll hit you up for that too. Because I remember you was hitting me up from that. But yeah, that's
no worries, man.
but that's just it. But go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying. Because I was dealing with this one girl a few weeks back. Well, not a few weeks, but a few months back. And because I was a bit insecure. She was telling me I was handsome and stuff. And a little bit insecurity seeped out. And I was like, yeah, thank you, but I don't feel like it. And she was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I just never have. And after I said that, she just stopped talking to me completely. So, yeah, I guess my insecurity kind of turned her off.
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. You know that see the insecurity, because you got to understand something. Let me tell you guys something about insecurity. When a girl is dealing with the guy who's insecure, right? Sometimes it's scary to her. Not even just that it turns her off, but it's scary. Meaning that a lot of the guys who are insecure or who display insecurity end up being who end up being stalkers, guys who end up being violent toward them. You understand? Because they're so like needy and shit. So those type of things make the girl be like, I don't know about this guy, because the last time I was with a guy who was insecure like him or was acting like him, he started stalking me. He was, acting super needy, calling me all the time, following me everywhere, doing a whole bunch of other crazy shit. So that right there, and it's not to say that you're going to do that, but she doesn't know that you're not going to do that. She doesn't really know. All she knows is that you're displaying the signs of a guy who would probably do that. You see what I'm saying? And then so she's like, yo, I'm good. I'm good, but I'm not fucking with this guy. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why I tell guys that, it's important for you to be confident and for you to be on your own purpose and the shit that you're doing, and to not be displaying that needy, insecure, clingy energy when you're dealing with a woman. You understand? Because you want her to be the one chasing you, the one to be like, oh man, what's up with him? And, I'm thinking about him and how come he hasn't called me yet? You want her to be on that thing versus, oh, this guy keeps calling me, I'm trying to avoid him, I don't want to see him. You understand? You don't want that type of energy. You see what I mean?
So I should have just taken it and said, yeah, I know, thank you, or something like that.
Yeah, like whenever you're dealing with a chick, yeah, just be like, just be cool, calm, and collected about anything you're doing. You understand what I'm saying?
But when it comes to game though, who's she gonna pick? A guy who isn't as good looking but has game, or a guy who both has game and is good looking at the same time?
Yeah, if a guy has game and she thinks he's good looking, that shit is great. She's like, yes, I want that dude. That's actually like the thing that most women would want. A guy who is good looking to her, because remember, good looking is still subjective. So if she thinks he's good looking, because a chick could be with a guy who she objectively could say is good looking, but he's not her type. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for example, a woman could say, a woman could say Mr. Locario's good looking, but she could say to you you're good looking, but you're my type. You see what I'm saying? So she would go with you before she goes with me. You see what I'm saying? And so if she goes with you, and on top of that you have game, that's the type of dude she really, really wants. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you're just a good looking guy, or she thinks you're objectively good looking, like she'll be like, oh yeah, you're handsome, but you're not necessarily her type. It's just like, you know, a dude who has more game than you could get her versus you just because she thinks you're an attractive guy. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that type of thing. It's the same difference between, like, you know, like how you have girls who are like the type of girl you would love to be. You're like, oh my gosh, she's like perfect. Like physically she's perfect. Like, oh, she got the nice size boobs, breasts, face, everything. Like she's like the girl I've been dreaming about fucking with, right? You want her, right? But imagine you see another girl, she's cute, but she's not, you know, you're not like, oh my God, I need her, but you'll have sex with her. You're like, yeah, I'll have sex with her, but she's not my ideal. You see what I'm saying? So the same thing happens for women. They'll see a guy who's cute, and they'll be like, yeah, he's cute, but he's not her ideal. Then she finds another guy who she thinks is cute, but he's her ideal. So there's two different types of, you know, things. You gotta understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, man, but yeah, thanks. But yeah, by the way, I mean, I know you was telling me about, you know, how you want to come to London and do a workshop here or something like that. So yeah, if you want to know about the venues, just send me a message on
Oh
Facebook.
yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, I'm gonna hit you up soon. I'm gonna hit you up later on down the line, because I'm looking for all these different spots to really come through, and I definitely got to come out there and see what's popping. You feel what I'm saying? Because that'll be dope. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. It'll be a pleasure having you here.
Oh yeah, man. I'll let you know when I'm coming out there, man.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Yeah.
All right, man.
Take it easy. Thanks. Thanks. Bye.
Later. All right. But yeah, man. He said, do I like chicks with a British accent? Hell yeah. That should be sexy as fuck. That shit is sexy as fuck. Let's see. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Man, it's Rich from Dallas, man. I had a question for you, man.
All right, what's going on with you?
Man, say you take a female out on a date, man, and she just real disrespectful. Like, I done took a few women out on dates, and they be, you know, like low-key disrespectful. And they be wanting a nigga to test them. But I'm the type of motherfucker, I'll walk out. Like, say I take a bitch to Applebee's or something, and she might be on her phone or some little stuff like that, and I might not even say nothing about the phone shit, but I might, you know, is it cool that I just walk the fuck out?
Yeah, you can walk out anytime you want. You don't need to. You can tell her, look, you know.
Like, if you're not feeling this shit,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And or say if I just came and picked this bitch up, or if she done came and met me, you know, we had a date, and she on some low key disrespectful shit, like she think on some slick shit, but she thinks she on some slick shit, and I just walk the fuck out. That's cool, right?
Hell yeah. Look, dude, you're not obligated to stay on no date with some chick that's on some bullshit. Now what I would say though is that, you know, let's say y'all went to go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just walk out without paying nothing. You want to leave something for the bill or whatever. But yeah, you could be like, all right, we done. Just tell me like, listen, you know, I'm gonna go. I don't think this is gonna work out. I'm not really feeling this, and good luck. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. You ain't
so
got
what's some disrespectful things a female that did to you, like on the first date, to make you be like, man, I'm gonna walk the fuck out?
I mean, well, the thing is, you know, I haven't this shit that chicks have done that I didn't like. Like I remember, you know, I don't like when chicks be all up on their phone, so I sort of check them on that. Right. You understand? Like unless it's like an emergency, but yeah, I checked them on that. But I don't like. There's been times where I've been on dates with girls, and they just, you know, they were just boring. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it wasn't like she was being disrespectful. It was just like she was just kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was like, you know, whatever. So I just cut it short. So what I do is I say, you know, like let's say because usually most of my like first dates or whatever be maybe like an hour. You know, I might do an hour and a half
Okay.
if I'm feeling them or whatever. You know, if I'm not necessarily smashing and it's just a date, you know, and that's just what we're doing, maybe like an hour and a half. But if it's boring or whack, I cut it short. I maybe cut it like at like 45 minutes, and I'll be like, well, listen, you know, it's good meeting you. I gotta go and do my thing. So good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. You know, I just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
All right.
But at the same time, I still keep shit cool. You understand? Like because you still always whatever interactions you're having with the woman or just people in general, you still want to keep it cordial and cool. So it's not like I say, oh, I'm out of here, bitch. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. You know, like I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, just keep it cool.
No, sir, no, man. I just want to be. I ain't got time for it. I would charge motherfuckers to the game real quick.
Right.
You know, like you say, it's a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for no disrespect, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and if you see that disrespect, you just, you know, let her know you about to bounce. Be like, look, man, I'm about to leave in a few minutes, so it was good meeting you, and have a good night. That's it. And you keep that shit pushing.
I got you.
You feel me?
I got you. One more thing, man. What can I do like a startup kit? Like what videos and what movies and DVDs should I buy from you?
As far as
should I order to get me like on some real player shit?
As far as are you on the Bad Boy membership?
No, sir.
Well,
I looked at Tariq Nasheed, and I've been like hearing your Locario commercial.
Yeah,
I kept hearing it. I just started, and one day I just started checking you out, man. And you thorough, man.
That's what's up. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, man. I appreciate him allowing me to advertise on his shit, man. Cause you know, let me tell you guys something. Man. Let me tell you guys something real quick. Cause yo, there's people who I've tried to advertise with. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's people who I try to advertise with who they just don't want to do it, and it's not like they're doing this shit for free. I'm paying these motherfuckers, and they still don't want to do it. So you know what I'm saying? So it's not just about the money. Like I learned that long time ago. Like there's certain people that just don't like you or just don't fuck with you. So I appreciate that Tariq Nasheed actually fuck with me to even allow me to advertise on his shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I met him a few times. And he's a cool dude. So shout out to him. But yeah. But I would definitely say try the Bad Boy membership because that has like the most.
Startup kit. Like how that work, man?
What, the Bad Boy membership?
Yeah, like what do I do, man, to get on, man? I just, you know, shit.
Right, so this is the thing.
I be on the internet like that, man, but I be working. I be on some working shit, man. I be on my purpose, man.
Right. Because the thing is with the membership, this is what I tell people. The membership is where you're gonna get the most information that you know about the game. That's why it has like right now it has like over 50 something programs on it. So and it's like step by step detailed shit that you can get. But I also have like, you know, books. Like you get my book How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, because this, you know, tells you a lot of good stuff. Also have this other DVD called The Bad Boys Guide to Dating you can get on the site. You can get the Bad Boys book, you can get that too. But also the membership has like the most stuff on there, and it's a new joint every week. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, not every week, every month.
I stay with a female, man, and I ain't trying to get nothing mailed to an apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Is that again?
How can I fuck with you on some? You know, I stay with a female, man, and I'm trying to, and I don't want no Locario shit mailed to a crib.
You talking about?
Like,
all this stuff.
I'm trying to see like how can I fuck with you on some money shit, like over the internet, or what can I do, bro?
Oh yeah. Now all of this stuff is digital shit. So it's all going to your email. It ain't like the only thing that gets mailed is if you buy this book. This is the only thing that I got that's hard copy that you can buy that will get mailed to your house. So if you want to do some shit on the low, all my shit is on the internet. So when you buy something, you get the the link, and then it's all on your stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's all digital.
So go to badboymembership.com.
Yeah, it's all digital. Yeah, so you can even listen to it on your phone. So it goes straight to your phone. You can listen to it. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's all digital. Yeah, man. So you know if you're trying to, that's kind of like why I made this book actually small. Because if you out, you know, some dudes ain't comfortable reading this shit in public. They be like, oh shit, niggas reading, you know, how to have sex 2 women a day. Some dudes want to be discreet about it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But man. But yeah, try that. Check out the Bad Boy membership. And also go to my store page on my site. Go to mrlocario.com, and then the store page has all of the shit that you could check out that you could download and get shit popping. You feel me?
Cool. All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the call, man. All right, man. Peace. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys on the Bad Boy membership, you could listen to that shit on your phone. You just go to the site, put in that password, boom. Listen to that shit on the phone on your way to work, whatever. Crazy. What's going on in the chat room, people? What is good? All right, let me see what this is. Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Mr. Locario? This is Wills from Detroit.
What up? What's popping?
Man, I want to break some. I want to get your a game or technical aspect mindset on a couple of these questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me ask you honestly. Do you think? Because I've always heard you talk a lot about betas or simps or non-selective males.
Mm.
But in your opinion, do you think that men for about the past 20 or 30 years have been socialized to be simps?
Oh yeah, of course. See,
well, look, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the Isley Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But when you listen to the words that they say, it's kind of simpish.
Oh yeah, the thing is, a lot of R&B type of music and all of that has a lot of simping in it. You feel what I'm saying? But but the thing is though is that you gotta understand they're trying to sell to women. You feel what I'm saying? In generally, you know what I mean? So to sell to women, you're gonna say that simpish shit. You feel what I mean? But when it comes to, because that's what women want to hear. That's not necessarily what they respond to on a sexual level, because they want to hear that as far as it sounds good, as far as, okay, we're in love, you're my man, you're my husband, all that other good stuff. You understand? But there's a difference. I always tell guys, there's a difference between a woman looking at you as like a provider, and a woman looking at you as the guy who she wants to have sex with. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you could be the provider she wants to have sex with, but a lot of times it's, some dudes fall into the category of the provider, beta male type of dude. Those are more like the simp type of guys. Then you have the alphas, who are the guys who women are super sexually attracted to. Those are the guys that women sleep with, who they meet on the first night. You feel what I'm saying? So it all depends.
No, I agree with that.
You feel me?
No, I was going to say, because women, they feel, in all honesty, they feel more comfortable with simps.
Mm.
Even though they're highly attractive, highly sexually attracted to alpha males.
Mm.
But it's like these so-called black feminists and stuff like that, is it a comfortability, being comfortable with simps? Or males that aren't aggressive?
Oh, of course.
Or, whatever you need, baby, whatever you want, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's gonna be way more comfortable to be with a simp, because a simp doesn't provide a challenge to a woman. Do you understand? A simp is a woman's comfort zone, and this is why a lot of times when you hear women will try. Like I did a show the other day with Steve the Dean, and these ladies called in, and they were saying, "Oh, why are you telling these guys this and that?" And a lot of times women are trying to get guys to sort of be simps. Because to be that simp is easy for her to deal with you. It's safer for her to be with you, because a guy who's an alpha male, even though she's extremely attracted to him, she knows that it's hard to keep him in her grasp. She knows that as much as she's feeling him, at the same time that there's this risk of like her getting her heart broken, or her feeling like sort of like, really upset about some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is that they would rather, this is why a lot of simps will get with them, or they'll get with a lot of simps, because it's easier for her to deal with that simp. Because with an alpha dude, she has to step up her game to even keep an alpha male interested in her like that for the long term. You see what I mean?
And they don't want to, like you always say, they don't want to do the work.
Right, exactly.
They want, it's easy to deal with a simp.
Of course,
you have to, like I've had women, I've had older women, I've had fat women, I've had all different kinds of women that have this mindset of, well, I'm the woman you're supposed to be chasing after me. I don't chase after no. You know, these type of weird bullshit type mindsets where they don't feel they have to do any work.
Right. And see the thing is, it's actually in a woman's nature to chase. See, the guy, this is the difference. Guys pursue, women chase. You understand? That's basically how it is. A guy.
Break that down for me. Break that down.
Right. So the thing is, a guy so for example, I can go if I see a girl across the room, I go and pursue her. Meaning, I go up to her, I holler at her, and all this other stuff. I'll probably get her information and everything like that. So I get her number and I'll text her or call her to set up a date. You feel what I'm saying? So that's me pursuing her. Now, in order for anything to happen, she has to cooperate with me pursuing her, right? Now, if now let's say we go on a date and everything on the date is cool, whatever, we feeling each other, right? Next thing you know, let's say I don't call her for like a few days to a week, right? Now, all that time that I'm not calling her, she's thinking about me. She's like, oh, I wonder what happened to that guy. I want to see him again. I hope to see him again. That's already in her mind. That's starting the chase. That's starting her to start chasing. She hasn't physically or done anything to chase me yet, but it's already in her mind that she wants to chase me, which is why she's thinking about me. Now, I'll hit her up the next week. We go on another date. And then we go on a date. Everything's cool. She's loving it, blah, blah, blah. And then I go do my thing again. Now, every time that I see her, she's getting more hooked and more hooked. Now, what's going to happen is that time where, like, maybe after the second date towards the third date, when I'm not calling her for that week or I'm chilling, she's going to be like, oh my God, I want to talk to him. I wonder what he's doing, blah, 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 blah. Then she's going to hit me up. You understand? So the process is you want to get it to the point where the girl is hollering at you more than you're hollering at her. You see what I mean? But all of that happened first through you pursuing. So you pursued her, you got her, now she's chasing you. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the way.
And that's why you always, I know that's when you always say, when you contact her, only contact her to set up the date.
Right, exactly.
Don't talk to her for nothing else. Just
right,
contact her to
right.
set up the date.
Right,
because leave all your conversation for the date.
Right.
And she has to, whenever she has to wants to contact, she has to do that.
Right, because let's say if you start seeing a girl and you start to see her for like a few more months and y'all been seeing each other, what's gonna happen is that when this girl's starting to get emotionally attached to you, she's starting to really like you, and then she's starting to get at you more because now what happens is that she's gotten so emotionally attached to you. You understand what I'm saying? That she now needs to get at you to get that feeling. You understand? Because what you have to understand is you inspire a certain feeling in women. So the only way she's gonna get that feeling is through you. That feeling you give her, she can only get it through you. So it's almost like how you would have a fucking like a crackhead. The crackhead needs the crack. You feel what I'm saying? You're the crack to the woman. She needs her fix. You feel what I'm saying? But the fix doesn't happen unless you create the situation to get her hooked. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why the process, especially at the beginning, is so critical for men to understand, because you have to give her the room to miss you. You have to give her the room to be uncertain about you. You have to give her that room to sort of wonder and think about you. You see what I'm saying? So that's where when you
like nonchalant.
Yeah, right.
She's nonchalant about it. Like, okay, hey, yeah, whatever.
Right, exactly.
We
but
got together, we said whatever.
Right, but most guys, what they do is they give off this needy energy where they go on a date with a girl, then they call on her 5-6 times during the week, talking about a whole bunch of shit, and then now it's like you didn't give her that room to develop that attachment to you because you're always there. You see what I'm saying? You didn't give her that space to fucking like, to actually do that. You see what I mean? And so therefore she doesn't. You don't give her room to chase, and she needs that room to chase for her to build that attachment and attraction that she's gonna have for you for that long term. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. So let me ask you one more quick question too, while we're on the subject.
Right.
How do you handle, in your opinion, how have you handled situations where her father treats her like a princess, and so it creates a mindset of where a boyfriend has to live up to the standards of her father. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean?
Right.
Well, my father's always giving me what I want. My father opens up the door. Which if I had my way, I wouldn't even suggest fathers do that. I mean, treat your daughters well, but don't put fantasies in their mind that other men don't even want to hold up to. But how do you handle situations? How have you handled situations like that?
Well, the thing is,
just straight up charging.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't really matter in most cases, because even if her father treated her that way, you're still a different guy in a different context. So meaning, if, let's say, for example, you got this girl, her father treated her like a princess, spoiled her, did all this other bullshit. And also too, what happens is, let's say, for example, a lot of times, if you're the opposite of that, sometimes that intrigues her even more, because now she's so used to all that attention, all that, oh, I'm supposed to be treated this way. And then let's say she's sort of interested in you. Let's say she's physically attracted to you. She thinks you're cute. But you're not like sweating her. You're not giving her that fucking, treatment. That already is intriguing to her, because she's like, oh shit, like, I really like this guy and I want something to happen. So now she starts to, that chase is already in her mind right now, because you've become the dude who she's not used to anyway. And also remember, it's in a different context. This is why a lot of times, when chicks say, oh, like they'll say some shit like, how you gonna treat a woman like this? Would you treat your mother this way? Or they'll say some shit like, you should be with a black woman because your mama black. It's like, nigga, I'm not trying to fuck my moms. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't matter what my mom's is, or it don't matter the relationship between me and my mom's. Right, exactly. Like it's a whole different thing. So no matter what her dad did in a certain case, because what her dad does, it can create a foundation for her to have some sort of like esteem about herself. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's when it comes to her dealing with a man and a guy who's different, who she has some romantic interest in, all of that shit really goes out the window to a certain extent, because now it's her feeling romantic, sexual feelings towards a guy. So therefore, the rules still apply either way. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
so
she's not. Well, in the vast majority of cases, she's not going to have any type of sexual idea about her father.
Well, yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure there's maybe one or two cases where she's a girl becomes, but in vast. So, in other words, it kind of upset what you're saying is don't even worry about that shit.
Right, because the thing is, it's a whole different
sexual energy. She's still gonna be taking that.
Right, because it's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? She's in a whole different aspect, because now that she's with the dude, when she's with you, it's a whole different thing, because based off of what she's feeling and the guy she's dealing with, because like she might act on that princess shit to dudes who she's not really into, dudes who don't know how to, who don't have game. So it's kind of like whatever. Those are just guys who she's gonna have orbiting around her that's trying to get with her, but she's not really fucking with them like that. But when she's dealing with a guy,
those excuses.
Right. She'll say that to those dudes. Yeah. But for a dude who she's really feeling, or who creates that situation for her to feel that way, it's a whole other ball game. You feel what I'm saying?
I keep on saying you the truth, man, because you break down. I always like to think I'm that bad.
I just try to keep this shit real, man. I be just trying to keep this shit real, man, because like, dude, see, but this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the stuff that I learned was from mistakes I made, from mistakes other people that I knew made, from people who taught me the game. Like, and I tell you this all the time, because even when we talk about like, looks and all this other stuff, I always tell this all the time. The dudes who I learned the most game from wasn't the best looking dudes. And this is what I'm saying, like, who had the baddest chicks. And I'm just like, so when I come on the internet,
the broken dudes and the ugliest dudes be doing the most fucking.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And when I came on the internet, I'm like, yo, what are these guys talking about? Like, where do they get this bullshit? I'm like, they looking at TV shows, they looking at fucking reality shows and shit, and they looking at fucking shit in the magazines, and I'm like, yo, you gotta understand the difference between reality, like, you know, shit that's really happening, and shit that's marketed to you. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. And on top of that, they gotta understand female, like how women are attracted to shit. Women are is just it's crazy. And this is what I'm saying. Lucky for guys, lucky for us men, that women are attracted to a number of different things. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like you've always said, the biggest thing that women do is lie. And so, because of that lie, a lot of guys believe the lie. Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Right.
And once you can conceive the fact of how they're always constantly lying, then you can manipulate the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
And make it work to your advantage.
Right. And the funny part is,
okay, she's doing this, let me charge her real quick.
Right. And the funny part is, what most guys don't understand is, most women don't, like, women will say what they want, but they don't know what they're going to respond to until it happens. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So a chick could say one thing all day. Oh, I like this. I want a baller. I want this. I want that to happen. Then she'll be with a guy who's the total opposite of what she was explaining. She'll be crying over some dude who you be like, this dude you crying over? This is the guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. And I've seen that shit happen plenty of times. Dude, man, there's been chicks that I remember there's this one chick I really wanted to get with. This chick was so bad. This chick was bad as fuck. And we was fucking around a little bit, but she got back with her ex. So I was like, okay, whatever, she got back with her ex. So I ain't think none of it. But then I saw her ex, and I was like, no, are you serious? I was like, this is her ex, my nigga? Are you serious? Like, and this is the shit that I've seen. So it's like, it's laughable when I hear niggas, oh, it's all about looks. I'm like, my nigga, you have not seen what I've seen, son. This shit is crazy out there. It's crazy out there. The thing that niggas gotta understand is, you have to have a woman's mind, okay? Once you have a woman's mind, you're fucking set.
It's a wrap.
It's a fucking wrap. You gotta have her mind. Mm-hmm. It ain't about, oh, you gotta have her mind, my nigga. Once you have her mind, it's done. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what dudes gotta understand, man. I'm like, shit. Cause that nigga had her mind, son. I was like, yo.
And a lot of guys, I think some guys, honestly, I think some guys are masters at, I think some guys do by mistake. Mm-hmm. But I think some guys are just masters at it.
Right.
It's a really quick story. I mean, there was this one chick, she was 26, and she used to complain about her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But she would always go back to him. Always
right.
You know, she complained how much she needed help with this and that and the third. Mm-hmm. But you were there like, he must got something about you because you complain, but you always going back.
Exact, dude. So, I'm telling you. That's why motherfuckers. Right. That's why motherfuckers could cheat on their girl, and the girl be right back with him, and then he'll cheat on her again. She'll be right back with this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Because he got her mind, son. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's man. Y'all don't understand, man. These chicks, they on some other shit. They on some other shit. Y'all don't get it. Like it's crazy because I remember Patrice O'Neal did a joke about that. He was like how, you know, chicks and men are different. He was like how if you go to a chick and you say, hey, would you cheat on your man with such and such? She'd be like, yeah, he's cute, but you know, I don't want to, you know, throw away what I got. He was like, if you ask a nigga, he'd be like, you see that chick in the dumpster over there, you know, with the garbage on her, would you fuck her? And it's like, niggas will fuck that girl. Niggas will throw everything away to fuck that chick passed out in the dumpster because that's how we get down. A chick, when they fucking love you, when you got their mind, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you.
It makes you. I've had some situations where some women, it feels like I had their mind, and I probably treat them more like shit. Mm-hmm. Because you ain't about to go nowhere. You ain't about to do nothing. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know they ain't going nowhere. You know they not going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's why the game is powerful, man. The game is fucking powerful. Y'all gonna see soon. Y'all are gonna see soon, man.
Man, you know what? Like I said, mad respect to you. I'm jealous because at some point, you know, before it's all over, the game is gonna kind of switch to that type of world that you're talking about, where the simplest is kind of over with. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of jealous I won't be able to experience that, but oh
well. Nah, you be good, man. You be good. You feel me? You'll be good, bro.
Good talking with you, Locario. Always a pleasure talking with you, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. All right, peace. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you got to get these chicks' minds, B. You got to get in their head. If you get in their head, it's a wrap. You feel me? Yeah, what's going on?
Yo, Mr. Locario.
What up? What's poppin'? Who's this?
Anthony from CT.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
Good, man. So yeah, I'm actually just sitting at my house and I'm about to meet up with my friend. We're about to like really do some like day games, some like real hardcore day game.
All right.
And yeah, I follow you and James Tux heavy. You guys are like my two favorites. Like,
that's what's up. Shout out to James Tux. That's the dude right there.
Yeah. So you know, he has his own little thing for day game. Like, I wanted to know if you can give me any like tips, you know, as far as like, you know, just numbers, like, because we're both like starting out, you know, trying to do day game heavy. Like, so any advice for us before we go out?
Yeah, well, the thing is, you got to get yourself in a certain state of mind when you're out there talking to chicks, man. Because like, first you have to almost like psych yourself up for the situation, and once you first have that mindset of, okay, I'm going out to do this, right? Then it becomes easier for you to actually, you know, make that happen once you're in a situation. Right. But also once you're in the situation, once you're out there seeing, you know, the chicks or whatever and all that other stuff, what I would say is you want to immediately start approaching. So even if it's a girl you're not attracted to, you just see a chick just to start off, because you want to build the momentum. You want to be like, okay, I'm out here, because you don't want to go out and then you and your boys is walking around. Y'all bullshitting. It's been like a half an hour, 45 minutes. Y'all haven't talked to no chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're looking for the perfect girl to talk to. You know what I mean? So,
oh my God.
Right. So don't do that. Like, right. So if you go out, you see a chick, you just start immediately. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, you know, that first girl you talk to, she might, you know, stop. She might not. She might walk away. She might not. It all depends. But it's really about you getting the juices flowing for you to be able to keep doing it. So after you talk to that first girl, it usually gets easier to talk to the next girl because you've getting yourself in that mode. You're getting yourself you're fired up to do it. You're warming yourself up. So what I would say too is, after you first talk to the first girl, try to talk to another girl within 10 to 15 minutes. You know, don't take longer than that, because the longer you take, then it's like you're starting over again. You see what I mean? So that's the thing. It's just really getting your mindset set before you go out there. Go out there and start approaching immediately, and, you know, get that first girl out the way, and then continue to keep the momentum up while you're talking to them, while you're talking to different girls. And when you're trying to get numbers and all that other stuff, what you want to do is, and have you been doing this before? Or is this like your first time really going out there?
No, I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing day game before, but not like to the level I needed to. Like, one of your videos that you just posted up recently, because you know, me and my boys, we complain a lot. You know, like, oh my God, we're not getting results. And then you had posted a video talking about, guys, if you're not hitting up the proper number of chicks, you really shouldn't be complaining. You know?
Right. And that's the thing. You got to go out there heavy, because it's the thing. I always tell guys, the reason why it's a numbers game is because there's certain, you know, situations that are beyond your control that have nothing to do with you. So you might talk to a girl, she got a boyfriend. You talk to a girl, she's a lesbian. You talk to a girl, she's just not attracted to you. You talk to some other girl, she just broke up with her man or whatever. She's having a bad day. All these different things that'll make a girl not want to talk to you. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
You have to push through that to be able to get to that one girl who's receptive. So you might talk to 5 girls who are not really trying to talk to you to get to the 6th girl who wants to. You see what I mean? So that's the thing. So you gotta, keep that going. But if you do actually get a girl to stop to talk to you, right? The fact that a woman's stopping to talk to you on the street and actually taking time to stop and talk to you, that already is an indicator that she's 90%, feeling it and cooperative. So a lot of times these are the easy, it'll be easier for you to get the number as long as you don't fuck it up by doing something stupid or goofy. You see what I'm saying? That's usually what fucks it up, because when a girl stops, her stopping is saying is, I'm interested to see where this can go. Now, if you're talking some goofy shit, or you're not really saying anything, or you don't know how to talk, or you seem nervous, or you're all over the place, that influences her decision to give you the number. Because she could have stopped and said, thinking, hey, this guy seems attractive or whatever, he's pretty cute, whatever, let me see what he's saying. Then if you say some goofy shit, she's going to be like, when you get to the part about, let's exchange numbers, she's going to be like, I'm not sure, whatever. But if everything is cool, she's going to be like, yeah, my number is this and this and that, or y'all exchange numbers, and it goes, easy that way. But again, even with that, you still have to talk to a number of different girls, because let's say you get 10 numbers tomorrow. Out of those 10 numbers, you may be going to get like 2 or 3 that's going to be responsive to you. You see what I mean? So again, it's still the numbers game. So somebody in the chat room said, what's an example of goofy shit? So goofy shit is like, let's say if I go up to a girl, and it's not even necessarily what you just say, it's also what you do. So if I go up to a girl and let's say she's walking past, and then I say, hey miss, how you doing? Let me talk to you for a second, right? And then she stops, and then you say something, and you're talking to her, and you're like, hey, what's your name? And she's like, I'm Susie, and I'm like, hey, I'm Locario. And then I'm like, so, what are you doing today? And she's like, oh, I'm just, about to go to work, whatever, or I'm coming from work and all this other stuff. And so let's say we're just having regular small talk, and then something goofy that I would say is something like, oh, I'm kind of glad you stopped, because, I usually, I'm scared to talk to girls in the street, and, this is cool that this is happening right now. And I've actually heard dudes say shit like that. And so that sounds goofy, because you sound like, or seem like, the type of guy who, that is not used to this. You seem like women don't like you. You feel what I mean? So then that kind of seems weird. Or if you're stumbling on your words, if you seem like, you're like, or you're looking down, you understand, you're not looking at her in her eyes, you seem extremely nervous. You see what I'm saying? So that within itself is goofy shit. So a lot of times, you said, how is that goofy? Isn't that being honest? The reason why it's goofy is because that's information that doesn't need to be said. You see what I'm saying? So even if it is honest, see, the thing is, you need to be honest with women, but I said this before. Being honest doesn't mean revealing everything, because if that's the case, I could go up to a girl and say, yo, I was just taking a piss and my dick was itching. Like, I don't need to tell her that. That's the truth, if that was the truth. But she don't need to know that information. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain information she doesn't need to know. So what I say to guys when they're talking to women is to keep the shit simple. You go up to her, and you like, for example, you could say to her, hey, what's up, how you doing? How's your day going? My name's Locario. What's your name, Susan? Oh, Susan, that's nice. Nice to meet you. Listen, I'm chilling with my friends, hanging out, but I had to stop because I thought you were really attractive. Look, I think we should get together, get a drink sometime. When are you free this weekend? She'd be like, oh, I don't, I'm free during, Saturday. Okay, cool. Listen, let's exchange numbers. I'll hit you up tonight. We could lock in the time or whatever, and I'll talk to you soon. All right? And then that's it. Like, real simple. It's real, and that's straight, direct shit.
And let me go off that for a second, because like my thing is, like, me and my boys, like, we used to always do that and like never get results, and then we would sit there and look, like, yo, why ain't this shit working? Like, we doing exactly what he's telling us to do, and then I guess we kind of realized, like, yo, you have to. We're not doing the right amount of volume. Like,
exactly. That's what I want to get at. See, guys, this is the problem with guys. Guys will say, what do I do to get the girl? So I'll say, hey, do A, B, and C. And then they'll go do it A, B, and C, and they'll say, oh, it didn't work. But they only did A, B, and C to 3 girls. You see what I'm saying? You got to do A, B, and C to 20 girls, and then 5 of them will fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
We would do it, and then they wouldn't show up for the day, or they have some excuse. Like, it felt like all the time. So, like, we would get into these stupid ways of thinking, like, oh, Mr. Locario shit don't work. Like, and I would have to, like, snap at it. I'm like, yo, like, I'm not following everything he's telling me to do. Like, I can't sit here and complain about.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I just got to make it work, you know?
Right. Somebody in the chat room says, so what if you're doing a high volume and you're still not getting results? Now, if that's happening, what's happening is if you're doing a high, like, so let's say, for example, if you, like, usually if you do a high volume, you're going to get some type of result generally. You understand? Just off the based off the law of averages, right? So if you talk to 100 girls, you'll probably get 3. If it just based off the law of averages. Now, if you're talking to 100 girls and you're not getting any, you understand? If nothing's happening, then what's happening is that you're actually doing something wrong within the interaction. There's something wrong with your technique. So this is where, because see, there's what guys gotta understand is that it's a combination of the numbers game and your technique. So the sharper your technique is, right? The less numbers you have to do, right? The weaker your technique is, the more numbers you have to do. But if your technique is extremely, extremely weak and you're really not getting results, it's something that fundamentally wrong you're really doing in the interaction. So, for example, if you're talking to 100 girls and you're not getting any type of chicks really fucking with you, whatever, part of your technique that could be wrong is, let's say, for example, let's say even just like this. Let's say you have body odor, right? So your body odor is the main thing that's fucking the shit up with you, because the chick, you talking to her and she's like, damn, this guy, he smells funny, or his breath stinks or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that within itself, if you fix that up, that can dramatically increase your situation. Or let's say if like something in your technique as far as when you're talking to a chick, you're always looking down, or you're not looking at her in the eye. You understand what I'm saying? That right there, it's conveying nervousness. So a lot of times that nervousness translates to the girl. She starts feeling awkward and weird, and then that makes her not want to really fuck with you. So there's a lot of different things that you could be doing that makes it harder for you to actually close and to actually make something happen. But again, like I said, this is why the game is so important, because your game has to be so on point, right, for you to even get to the point where you're getting 5 out of 20 chicks. You see what I'm saying? So an on point guy, because 5 out of 20 is basically like incredible. You understand what I'm saying?
That's really good.
Right. Usually guys get, 1 to maybe 1 to 10% or something, if that much. Like so like, for example, if a guy talks to 100 girls, he'll probably get 1 to 10 of those girls. And that's pretty good. That's pretty average. So if you're talking to 20 chicks and you're getting 5, that's incredible. That means your game is on point. But again, like I said, a lot of it really is you have to work on the numbers and you have to work on the technique. And the technique encompasses a whole lot of shit. Because, for example, like I was saying with the body odor, part of the technique, or part of your technique, is your appearance and your vibe and your energy and how you put yourself together. That's part of you taking care of that body odor. You understand? Part of the technique is reading the girl, knowing when to know if this girl is actually interested in talking to you or not. You see what I'm saying? Because now, sometimes there'll be girls who I'll talk to and I don't even close the deal with them because I already see they're not interested. Like, I can already tell. So I'm not going to waste time trying to close the deal with this girl knowing that the shit ain't going to go nowhere. Now, what I do is I tell guys who are new, this is why I asked you, how long have you been doing it? I tell guys who are new to close the deal with every girl they talk, or try to close the deal with every girl they talk, just to get them used to closing the deal. You see what I'm saying? So that's it all depends on, where you're at and what you're trying to do. But again, it's a combination of the numbers game and it's your technique. So I personally like to go direct most of the time. I go direct 90% of the time. So when I go up to a girl, it's just straight, yo, what's up? You're hot. give me your number, that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I do most of the time.
That's extremely direct.
Right, extremely direct. Now,
do you engage in at least like 5 to 7 minutes of small talk or anything like that? You know.
No, well, it depends. It depends on the situation. If I'm in, again, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation. If I'm walking in a park and I see a girl on a park bench and I sit down next to her, I can talk to her for a little bit more. I can talk to her for maybe like 5 minutes if I want, but I usually still sort of close it quickly. Like I usually don't talk for like 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. But if I'm on a park bench and I'm talking to her, I might have a little small talk with her. I might even go indirect sometimes. Like, let's say if I see a girl on a park bench and I see her reading a book, and I might, go up to her or sit next to her and be like, yo, what's that book you reading? What's that about? I've seen that before, blah, blah, blah. And she'll be like, oh, it's about this. Oh, is it good? Really? Blah, 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 all that. But then after I say all of that, I introduce myself. My name's Locario. What's your name? Oh, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, I'm about to head out, but, you seem cool. We should get together and get a drink sometime. And, here's my number. Give me a number. That's it. You see what I mean? That's a more indirect way. And that probably took maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. You see what I mean? Other times, I might see a girl walking and I'm walking like alongside her and I might talk to her as we're walking together. And that's when I'm doing that shit real quick. You understand? And so as I'm walking with her, I'll be like, yo, miss, listen, how you doing? She'll be like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, listen, I'm on my way to this spot, but yo, I had to come over and I thought you was hot. Listen, here's my card. I'm gonna need you to give me a call. And then like I'll pass her the card and she's about to take it and I'll move the card out the way. I'll be like, hold on, don't take this unless you gonna call me. You understand what I'm saying? And then so she's like, I was like, I don't like flaky girls, so I'm gonna need you to call me at such and such time at whatever. And then I give her back the card and I say, all right, you have a nice day. And all of that shit took like a minute. You see what I mean? And so imagine I do that to 30 girls in one day. You feel what I'm saying? Out of those 30 girls, maybe, 4 or 5, maybe 6 girls will hit me back. So the thing is just getting women to hit you back. It doesn't matter if you talk to 50 girls and only 3 hollered at you, or it doesn't matter if you talk to 100 girls and only 10 got back to you. That's what it's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? So the point is getting the girl. It doesn't matter that, because this is what guys do. They want to talk to 3 girls and they want to get 3 girls. No, that's not the game. You feel what I'm saying? That's that now. Not saying that can happen.
Sometimes though, like when you you hit up like 4 or 5 chicks and none of them hit you back. It's like you feel like the world be ending sometimes. Right.
and that's the thing. Dudes gotta understand that this is a rotation. Like the thing is, and I did a video about this the other day. I said that when there's no emotional connection, it's easy for her to dismiss you and to flake on you. So what you have to understand is, and this is another reason why you have to do the numbers game, because when you going out there doing day game, right? All those girls' numbers you get don't really mean shit until they come out and see you. You understand? So at that point, and this is why you get so many flakes, because in her mind, you're just another dude at this point. You see what I'm saying? For a girl, for us, the girl is important to us because on the front end, because we want to have sex with her to a certain extent. So I'm saying important in like quotations, meaning she's potentially someone we could have sex with. So we're like, oh, this is cool. Like I'm attached to this idea that I can have sex with her. For a woman, right? You getting her number and her just first meeting you, it's not as strong because you're just an idea of a guy she might like. You understand what I'm saying? That she may like. Yeah. You're an idea. It's the equivalent of if I said, yo, it's the equivalent of if I called you up and I said, yo, there's this hot chick that I want to introduce you to, right? So you'd be like, oh, cool, that sounds good, right? Now, let's say a few days pass and you don't get introduced to this hot chick. It's not going to be really that big of a deal because you never saw her and I just sort of randomly said it. So it's kind of like, whatever. You understand? You're not really thinking about it too much because it's not really real to you yet. You haven't seen her. You haven't talked to her. You haven't looked at her. You haven't did anything with her. So it's like, whatever. I don't really know this girl. You just sort of mention her. I don't even know if I'm going to think she's hot because I haven't seen her yet. So if you don't ever see her, or if I don't ever mention it again, it's not that big of a deal. So that's how women think when they're first fucking with you. It's not that big of a deal for them to flake on you because they don't know you yet. They haven't experienced you yet. This is why I always say, when you get a chick's information, or you give her your information, try to set that date up as soon as possible. Because you got to get on that first date or that first hookup as soon as possible, because that's where the magic happens. Anything before that doesn't matter. And this is why I tell guys, don't really get so upset, or don't get scared of the rejection of going up to a girl, because that's just like the preliminary stage. You feel what I'm saying? That's just you getting the fucking numbers. That's just you accumulating who might get back to you. Because the reason why they get back to you is because the idea, again, has presented itself. So it's the same way if I said, yo, I called you up next week and I said, yo, you remember that girl I was telling you about, the hot chick? You want to meet her tonight? You'd be like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what a girl feels when you hit her up and say, hey, let's get together and get a drink. You're the idea of what she, that's been represented to her. Like, oh yeah, I remember you. You're the guy that stopped me on the street. Yeah, you seem cool. Let's get it together. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that if she's feeling any certain type of way, or let's say something else happens that she feels is going to be more fun than hanging out with you, or something happens where she's feeling a certain way, that's why she flakes. Because it's easy for her to flake because there's no attachment to you. You're just still another idea. You're just some dude. Who cares? That's what I'm saying. So that's why you got to make sure you're on top of it at the first point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, good, yeah, man. That definitely, man. I just needed that reiteration.
Yeah, man.
Just to really go out, man. But yeah, thanks for everything. And one last thing, man. When you gonna get this group together, man? We wanna put in game with Mr. Locario and you. Yeah, we wanna get a group together, man.
I'm doing. Where are you from? You from here, from New York?
I'm from West Haven.
Okay. Oh, so you're in Connecticut. So you're still, tri-state or whatever. But I'm gonna be doing a seminar maybe around mid-April ish. I gotta get all the shit together. Don't quote me on that yet, but in a few months, I'm gonna have a seminar out here. Then I'm gonna have other seminars in other spots like Florida, maybe DC, maybe other. But I gotta get all that shit set up. But and whoever has been to my seminars know that after the seminars we go out and holler at chicks.
You went with my friend.
Right. So yeah. So it was one of your boys at the other one I was at.
Yeah, it was his name. I don't know if you remember. His name is Shaka. You were.
Yeah. No, Shaka. Yeah, that's my dude. Yeah. So me and Shaka get it in too. Shaka get it in, and so. So after the events, that's when we come out and we go out there, talk to chicks, chill, do all the other shit, because I like to show people in real life. You understand what I'm saying? Because shit on video is cool, because people be asking me, they be like, yo, how come you don't go out and do infields? And I'm like, well, I don't do that, first of all, because I'm not a pickup artist, so I don't market myself as a pickup artist. But also, I like for people to see shit in real time, so they could see yo, this is the reality of the situation. This is really what's going on. So they could see shit going on, because on camera, I could go outside right now, and film something and then make it look sexy and shit, and niggas be like, oh my God, look at what Locario did, and it could be all bullshit. So I like, you know what I'm saying? I like dudes to really see it in person. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks for everything, man. Just keep updated on that, man. I really want to be a part of that, and
definitely, man. Definitely, I'll let you know, bro.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, peace. Later. Yeah, man. So what's popping? Y'all still talking about the sex dolls in the chat? You said the sex doll was $7.99? Really? Oh, hilarious. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Locario, what they do, man?
What's popping, bro?
All right.
it's Ronnie, man, from Miami, Florida.
All right, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, I wanted you to answer this question, right? But I didn't thought I was gonna get through today. But I saw you a message on Facebook, but I want you to answer the question though about you know how you talked about starting a conversation, and like when you're doing the conversation, you have to take a word out what the female said and add a new topic, right?
Right.
My question is, can I do that when it comes to flirting too?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, any part of the conversation you can do that shit with. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're, when you're flirting with the girl, as long as you're using it to continue to flirting, then hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, if she says, so basically for the people that's listening, so what he's saying is, I'm talking about this too, because a lot of the guys say that they run out of stuff to say when they talk to a girl. So the thing is, what you do is you listen to what she's saying, you take a word or a phrase of what she's saying, and then you start a new conversation thread. You feel what I'm saying? So for example, if you talking to a girl and you say, "Hey, where you from?" and she's like, "Oh, I'm from Chicago, and I do some like I work as a nurse or whatever." So then you can use nurse and start another joint. You can say, "Hey, what made you want to get into nursing?" So now you're continuing the conversation. So the same thing can happen with flirting. So let's say you flirting with a chick and you say some shit like, "Oh, you got some nice lips or whatever," and all this other stuff. And she's like, "Oh, so, like, oh, you like girls with like big lips? What is that? How does that make you feel? Why you like girls with big lips or whatever?" And then so now you can use big lips to start another flirting thing. You feel what I'm saying? So anything you can use through her responses to start other things to say, you can use that. You see what I mean? So,
yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah, because like what I did was the other day was I had did the same thing, but I didn't flirt. But then I was talking to one of my friends, and he was telling me, like, I told him that I'm not too good at flirting. So he was telling me the same way you had that same conversation with a girl, you could do the same thing as flirting. And I wanted you to, and I looked at your video, and you was talking about the same thing, but I wanted to get a clarification on it.
But yeah, definitely, you definitely could do that. You definitely could do that, man. Yeah, so you can do that. Yeah, however you whatever conversation you having, and that's the key sometimes to being that good conversationalist, because it's really about you talking, or saying things, asking questions, and then listening to her response, and then listening to actually what she's saying, and then being able to go back and forth. You see what I mean?
Like what you said is, for example, say if I walk up to a girl and I say, "Hey, how you doing?" And she said, "I'm doing wonderful." And I might say, "You know what else is wonderful? You."
Right. Exactly right. You see what I'm saying? There we go. You see what I mean? There we go. And that's cool, because that keeps you quick. That keeps you on top of your toes when you're really interacting with women and making shit happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So So yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, bro. That is what it is.
Thanks for that, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call, bro. All right? I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
All right, peace. That's my dude Ronnie right there. He was like, "That was clever." Yeah, that was some clever shit. That's what happens when you start, getting out there and talking, man. That shit just be coming to you. You said the sex doll is the same level as a prostitute. Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on, Locario?
Chilling. What's popping with you? Who's this?
It's John from Atlanta.
All right, what's going on with you?
Yeah, man, I had a couple questions. So I met this girl at work, right? And a lot of dudes like mess with this girl, like what you call a 10, I guess. And like niggas is buying her lunch, niggas doing all types of bullshit. So how do you attack a woman how do you try to come at a woman that everybody wants?
Right. Well, the thing is, you you got to come at her extremely, extremely different. Everything dudes is doing, you do the opposite. They paying her a whole bunch of attention, you pay her less attention. If they talking to her about some bullshit, you talk to her about something else. You evaluate her. You have her. See, the thing is with those type of situations, what you want to do is you want to sort of like give her an experience that she hasn't had with other guys, meaning that when you talk to her, you're not sweating her, you're asking her questions so that she needs to sort of impress you with her answers. You understand? So for example, like most guys, if they see a chick and they sweating her, they doing all this stuff, they buying her shit, giving her money, kissing her ass and all that other stuff, and then you get in a conversation with her and be like, yo man, like I was out with this chick the other day, she was cute and all, but she ain't really had nothing going on for her. Like she just was a pretty face. I hate that shit. Like when I meet a chick with a pretty face, you know what I mean? Like for example, you're pretty, you know what I mean? But what else you got going on for you? You see what I mean? So you see how you transition that into her trying to prove that she's just not a pretty face. You see what I'm saying? So that's all you need to do. You just got to flip the shit where she's trying to, like basically prove herself to you, because what it is that her ego is not going to allow her to get you to just say that without her proving it. Now it's like, oh well, I got to show this guy I'm not just that. You see what I mean? And so now on a subconscious level, she's realizing that she's trying to get your approval because you're the one who's doing it. You're the one who's saying it. You're the one who's interacting with her like that. So the thing is, it gets her in the mind frame or the mind state of her sort of chasing you in that way, meaning I gotta prove to this guy that I'm not just a pretty, a chick that ain't got nothing else going on. Because what it's showing also too is that you just said, look, I'm not really into chicks who is just on some pretty shit, and all these other guys are sweating her. So she's not used to guys not sweating her. You become the guy that's not sweating her simply just by saying that one thing. And then you frame yourself as that dude. And now she comes at you differently than she's coming at the other guys. You stand out more than the other dudes. You see what I'm saying? So it's that type of shit. So, but the thing is, it's something that, depending on, because you said that y'all work together and all that shit, right? It's some chick at your job?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, again, it's and the thing is, since she's at your job, that's a whole nother, thing you got to be careful at, because, of course, if you're at your job, you don't want it to be, you don't want to be going too hard and doing too much, because that could be a situation that could be detrimental to your job. So you got to sort of, be able to tiptoe a little bit through that. But either way, it's just more so about you sort of flipping the game on her. You understand? So that you differentiate yourself from all the other guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so that's all it is, really. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
and
man.
I had another question. You was talking about having a woman's mind. Like, how do you actually do that?
Right.
What is that question?
Well, the thing is, in order to have a woman's mind, a lot of it has to do and come from the type of guy you are at first, because what it is that the reason why you have the woman's mind is because there's something intriguing, interesting, or great about you that she sees within you, right? So basically what it means is that you have her mind because you basically have her heart, you have her emotion, you have her attached to you. You see what I'm saying? So therefore what happens is really about you. Just when you start to fuck with a chick, being the type of guy who's presenting himself as, the type of dude who he knows what he's about, he's leading her, he's letting her know what the deal is, he's like, this is what it is, and he's also teaching her certain things, he's upgrading her mind. So for example, like one of the, I'll give you an example for my girlfriend, right? So like, we've been together for 2 years and shit, right? So the way that I, got her was because basically when I approached her, I say, she knew that I was in an open relationship. She knew what I was about. She knew the type of stuff that I do. And she was cool with that. She was feeling that. Then what happened was, as I kept sort of seeing her, she saw how consistent I was as far as how I'm interacting with her, the shit that I say and do. And so now she's looking at me as like, damn, this dude is on some stable shit. And at the same time, she was dealing with other guys, but the other guys were dealing with was all over the place. The other guys she was dealing with was just on some other bullshit. So in contrast to those dudes, I am the top guy. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that once she sees that I'm that top guy, it's almost like, oh shit, like I'm with this dude. He's on point. Everything is the shit. So I want to continue to be with this guy who's the shit and who's on point. I want to continue to experience my life with this dude. So now all of that creates you sort of having her mind because you become that guy in her mind. You see what I'm saying? So even if, let's say, for example, you have an argument or you do some other shit that, you know, she doesn't like or whatever, the fact that you've been so valuable to her, let's say if you was in a monogamous situation with her, you cheated on her. The fact that you were so valuable to her, that makes her say, you know what? Yeah, he cheated, but, you know, I like him so much. I love him so much. We've been, you know, we've been through some shit. I have this attachment to him. That's what makes her want to keep fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But again, it takes for you to be on top of your shit so that she has something to follow. It takes for you to be on your purpose so she has something to follow. It takes for you to be who you are for her to be attached to that something that is you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. It's just something that where when you have her mind, it's really you have that girl so emotionally invested in you to where she's so down that she actually wants to fuck with you. It's almost like I equate it to like this. It's like imagine your favorite like artist, or imagine your favorite comedian, or imagine your favorite actor, right? Your favorite artist, let's say your favorite artist, they could come out and drop an album tomorrow. Without hearing a single song, you'll probably buy the album. Why? Because they got your mind. You see what I'm saying? Your favorite comedian could drop a comedy special. You ain't even see a preview to that shit. You watching it right now. You see what I mean? So the fact that they got you so emotionally invested, you know, in that, you understand what I'm saying? That is what will make them gravitate to you. You understand? Or that's what makes you gravitate to those people, because you're so emotionally invested. Same thing for women. They're gravitating to you because they're so emotionally invested. You understand? It's to the point where even like for example, like what's the dude? Eminem. He came out with a new album, and a lot of people thought it was whack. Now you got dudes who are diehard fans that even though they know it's whack, they're like, fuck it, that's Eminem. You feel what I'm saying? Like they still ride with the dude because he got their mind. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing where, you know, with a chick, it's you have her mind, so therefore she's most likely not going anywhere. She's going to continue to try to fuck with you and ride with you. You see what I mean? But it comes from you, from the beginning, being on point with whatever you're doing, and her sort of getting emotionally attached to that. And the key to that too, a lot of times, is the guy has to really be about what he's about. And this is why I tell guys to be honest, because when you're honest and when you're yourself, it's already consistent. You ain't got to really think about it. You're just doing you. And by you doing you, then she gets to actually experience who the fuck you are. When you start lying and doing all this other goofy shit and manipulating whatever, it's hard to get a woman's mind because you're all over the place. She don't know who the fuck you are. You're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't trust you. You see what I mean? And then that within itself, you know, it's hard to make that shit pop. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Corey, that's good. That's good. I appreciate you, man.
Definitely, man. All right, man. I'm holler at you.
I'll holler at you.
Peace. All right, people. Damn, my throat is getting crazy right now. Shit. But yeah, guys, remember How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. Damn, I hate when this fucking live stream, the delay. I don't know why that delay be happening. I'm gonna gonna take this last call, and I'm gonna have to get up out of here. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Locario? This is LG from New York.
What up? What's popping?
Hey, chilling, man. I had a quick question. I watched your show the other day, and I'm just trying to learn. What's the difference between chasing and pursuing? Because to me, I think they're like one and the same. I always get confused.
Right. Now, I was talking about that earlier. Pursuing is when you're actually like. I'll give you an example. Pursuing is I meet a girl. I talk to her. I get her number. I call her. I set a date. We go on a date. We have a good time. I call her next week. We go on another date. We have a great time. I call her the next week. We go on another date. We have sex. Everything's good. That's pursuing. Chasing a girl is I meet a girl. I get her number. I call her. She doesn't respond to me. I call her again. She still ignores my call. I call her a third time, and you see what I'm saying? The chasing comes in. You see what I mean? The chasing comes in when you're not getting her reciprocating. You see what I mean? So that's when you're chasing. That's when you're chasing. So the thing is the difference. So the pursuing, she actually has to participate in that. You understand what I'm saying? If she's not participating and you're still going, that's chasing. You see what I mean?
Well, let me ask you one quick thing too. It'll be real quick.
Right.
This girl I was fucking around with, she's not very affectionate, and she doesn't really show too much emotion. So when I started fucking around with her originally, you know, I would pursue her. I would ask her on a date. Well, maybe like 3 or 4 dates, and then off the blue, she just like stopped being as enthusiastic. She stopped wanting to go out. So I'm not sure. Is that part of the game too? Like it just seemed weird. Like out the blue, her interest just dropped.
Did you have sex with her?
Not yet. I was trying to. I tried last time. The last time we went on, I tried to have sex with her, but she wasn't with it. And she was just acting really wishy-washy.
Right, and so
after that, she just kind of like lost interest.
Right, so you're saying that the third time y'all went out, you tried to fuck her, you tried to have sex?
Yeah.
And then she was just like, was she at your house, or did you try to get her to the house, or what was going on with that?
I was at her house. We were just chilling. I brought over some tequila. We were watching a movie. It's like Netflix and chill. Even though it's like kind of old, but we just watched the movie for a little bit. And I was trying to make a move, and she was just like really like wishy-washy, like no, I don't want to be in a relationship. And she said she was bullshit or what. So
she was saying that
long story short,
she's saying she's trying to be in a relationship. She
wants to be in a relationship before she has sex with a guy. That's what she was telling me. That nigga's bullshit.
See, you know what probably happened though. It's probably what happened. Where did you guys go on your first date?
Like first week of December.
No, I said where. What did y'all do?
Oh, first date. I took her to Buffalo Wild Wings. We had a couple of drinks. It was her birthday actually.
Okay, and what did y'all do for the second date?
For the second date, we went bowling.
Okay, and did you try on the first or second date to smash?
No, first date I made out with her, and then the second date, same exact thing. The third date I tried to smash.
Oh, see that. Unfortunately, this is what happens sometimes, and I actually talked about this in my other video. I was talking about Aziz Ansari in his situation. Is that, and this is what makes it difficult sometimes, because sometimes what happens is that you basically were in a situation where she might have thought that the situation between you and her could be a boyfriend and girlfriend situation. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what happens is that sometimes and it's weird because y'all were already on 3 dates, so she could have still it was, you know, she at this point she could have had sex or whatever, but sometimes what happens is when a girl sees you as boyfriend material, she tries to prolong the sex, or she tries to withhold the sex longer, because for most women, what sex means is that the situation's over. You understand? That means that, because a lot of times when I have sex with a guy, the guy doesn't call her back, right?
Like a pump and dump.
Right, exactly. So she probably was like, damn, I really like this guy, and, you know, I don't want him to just pump and dump me. You feel me? I don't want him to do that. But the thing is also, too, is that she could have saw you as boyfriend material based off of the fact that you know, went out on all those dates with her. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, and this is the tricky part, because sometimes you see a girl, you like her, and it's not necessarily you just want to have sex with her, but you like her, so you're like, yeah, we'll go out on dates, hang out, chill. I don't mind. I don't give a fuck, whatever. But sometimes doing that puts you in that category of a guy who she can see as more than just a fuck. So therefore, when she sees it as more than just a fuck, what happens is she's probably fucking other dudes on the side that's not you, and taking it slow with you. You see what I'm saying? Because you've presented yourself as a guy who she should take it slow with. So sometimes you might have to make a decision within yourself to say, do I want to just fuck this girl, or do I want to actually do more with her? Now, sometimes it could be both. Sometimes you could be like, yeah, I want to fuck her and I want to do more with her. You see what I'm saying? But usually if you say to yourself, I want to fuck this chick, sometimes you got to do things in a way that displays to her you just want to fuck. So, for example, on the first time y'all were hanging out, when y'all got drinks or whatever, that's when you should have tried to smash. Because then if she saw that you wanted to smash, and let's say she also wanted to smash, she'd be like, all right, well, fuck it. This guy just wants to have sex. We could hook up and have a good time or whatever. But what also happens, too, is that if in her mind, she's seen you as the type of guy she really liked and thought, oh, he could be boyfriend material, she still, even if you tried to smash that first night, would have probably held off because she sees you as boyfriend material. So sometimes, a lot of times, the way that you come at it makes a girl put you in a certain category, and then she does her actions based off of that category. Or what happens is that sometimes just off the bat, she, depending on her mood and her situation, she wants to just do certain things. So sometimes you're going to meet a girl who she meets you and she just wants to fuck you that night because she's that attracted to you and she's horny. So it could go down that night. You feel what I'm saying? But then some girl's going to meet you. They're going to see you as boyfriend material, and they're going to make you wait and do all this other shit. So for her, what it seemed like with her is that she basically saw you as that boyfriendy guy and wasn't too sure when to fuck you or when to do this or when to do that. And, you know, was on that let me wait type of shit. But you said that you haven't heard from her, or you tried to get in contact with her, or what happened?
Yeah, well, all right, so check this out. So after the third day, I told you I tried to smash. And just to make the story a little bit more clearer, the second day we were chilling, we went bowling and whatever. You know, we were chilling, chatting, and she told me that she doesn't like to have sex really unless she's in a relationship. So, you know, the guy, me, the cocky guy, I'm like, nah, I'm going to get you on the third date.
Right.
So I went to the crib and I tried to make a move, and I was like, all right, you know, fuck it. You know, I'll fall back a little bit. After that, too, just to throw in this one quick thing, I think I told you about this like maybe 3 weeks ago, but she told me that she used to, I guess in her past relationship, she got raped by one of the guys that she was fucking around with. It was her boyfriend, but long story short, you know, she said a lot of times she didn't want to have sex, and the guy would force himself on her regardless. So I was like, why the fuck would you, I didn't say that to her, but I was like in my head, I was like, why the fuck would you tell me this shit after I try to make a move? Like, I'm not sure if she's trying to guilt trip me or what.
Let's see, and that's the thing too. If you're dealing with a girl who had those issues, that also takes into account as to why she's. You see what I'm saying? Why she feels like, oh, I only want to have sex in a relationship, or you know, she's probably nervous too. She probably has issues with sex now because if that happened, that sort of like triggers those feelings again. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, the thing is...
It's true. Because some girls be bullshitting.
No, some girls will be bullshitting as far... But I don't think a chick is gonna like... I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but I wouldn't, you know... If a chick is gonna lie about that, that's fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? But I would still just take it as that and look at it as, well, if this is the case... then maybe this isn't the chick that I really need to deal with right now. Because if it is true, and that's what it is, she's going to probably have issues, and you might not want to really deal with that chick anyway. Because if that's the issue, then you don't want to deal with her anyway. But if she, you know, if she's lying also, either way, you still don't want to deal with that because that's some bullshit to lie about. But either way, she's saying basically, I got some sort of issue with sex. You understand? And so, since she has that issue, that's gonna, you know, make it hard for you to really make anything happen with her. Because she has to deal with all of that shit. Because right now, if she's saying, oh, I only have sex if I'm in a relationship, she sort of has herself closed off to any possibility of sex really happening at this time. Now, let's say, for example, if you did chill with her and for whatever strange reason, you ended up being able to have sex with her because she, relaxed, or she was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. You don't want to be in a situation where now she regrets having the sex with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because of all those other issues she has. So I would say, charge her to the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at this point.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge to the game. I'm just like trying to backtrack. This way, the next girl I fuck around with, I don't make the same mistake. Just to answer your last question, yeah, I tried setting up like 2 more dates, and she gave me 2 excuses. Like, one time we were supposed to chill for drinks. I think I hit her up maybe like 2 Tuesdays ago. I said, yo, Saturday, let me know if you're free around like 9 o'clock. Let me know. She hits me up around maybe o'clock Saturday saying, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make today. I got to babysit. Whatever. And then I hit her up this past Saturday, same exact shit. I said, so are we still down for Saturday? And she says, oh, I actually had 2 deaths in my family this week, so I can't make it.
And this is the same girl you talking about? It's the same girl you talking about?
Girl, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to charge the bitch the game. I just don't want to make the same mistake. So I'm trying to figure out where I went wrong so I can, like, take a mental note.
Yeah.
So I know next time.
Yeah, so this one just charged to the game because she got issues. Like, she got some other issues she got to deal with. Let her deal with those issues. But for next time, what it is I would say, and this is what I usually just tell guys in general, when you're first dealing with a girl, try to, get her on the date and try to hook up that day. If you can't hook up that day, try to hook up the next time. Try to hook up as soon as possible. That's basically what I'm saying. But also, do more low-key dates too. Like, don't take chicks to expensive dinners. Don't go fucking mountain climbing and doing a whole bunch of other goofy shit. I always say stick to getting a drink and at night, because it lends itself to being able for you to hook up. You understand? And then it shows you how into the chick is, with you, how into you she is in those situations. So I would say, just get something low key and try to actually build sexual tension at that moment. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Because you want to see, because it not necessarily means that she's going to fuck you that night. Y'all might make out at the bar or whatever. She might not necessarily fuck you that night, but you're going in that direction. And then most likely it'll happen maybe the second date or most likely the third, if she's just, your regular, average, normal, everyday chick. And the thing is, she won't look at it, like I was saying earlier, she won't look at it necessarily as, oh, this guy, I need to wait and save it for some boyfriend material, because you're still giving off that sexual vibe of trying to make something happen. So, for example, if you were on the first date and you're making out with the girl and y'all getting all touchy-feely, you should say, yo, let's take this back to my place. Now, she might decline it. She might be like, oh, no, I don't know. It's the first date. I want to get to know you more. Cool. But at least she knows that you're trying to make it happen. You see what I'm saying? Versus if you just act like, oh, I'm just chilling, everything's cool. Then you don't want her getting the wrong idea of thinking that, oh, maybe he could be boyfriend material. I can, he seems cool. I want to wait and have him see me as the girl and all that other dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? Because remember,
I see what you mean.
Right? Because I did a video about this. I said the thought and the good girl, the thought and the good girl is the same girl. It's just what you're bringing out of her. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to orchestrate the situation to where you're bringing out that quote unquote that thought. You understand what I'm saying? For her to want to do that shit now. You see what I mean?
I got you.
Right, because even if you were thinking about making her your girlfriend, or you wanted her, or you saw her as like, oh, she could be wifey material, either way, you get her a little bit more hooked, based off of those interactions. Like if you are getting physical and sexual with her, because if you have sex with her and she still does like you, right, and you hit her up again, she's going to want to see you again, because she's going to feel good that you actually hollered at her after y'all fucked. Like, oh shit, we fucked and he wants to see me again. That's great. You understand? Because you're going to have some girls who unfortunately, some girls, they'll fuck you and then feel weird about it later because they think, oh, he might think I'm a slut, so I'm not gonna call him, and that's why they don't call you. But then then sometimes the guy doesn't call because he's like, either, sometimes he doesn't want to, he's like, I'm good, I just got the sex, whatever. But let's say he did like her, he might not call her because he's waiting for her to call him, and he's like, damn, she didn't call me, but she didn't call him because she's like, I don't want him to think I'm a slut, but he's thinking she won't call him because she's not interested. It's like stupid shit. So if you fuck her, you know what I mean? If you fuck her and then you still want to call her, hit her up, and then keep that shit pushing. If there's something that you see you want to keep doing down the line, you see what I'm saying?
I got you, and I'm gonna start the game anyway because she also has she has like self-esteem issues. She takes anti-anxiety medication.
Right.
And I'm not trying to shoot my own horn, but I'm in great shape. I'm like a really muscular guy, trying to go for personal training.
Right.
And I usually get a lot of attention, but obviously I'm trying to work on my game so I can make something work from that.
Right.
But she's a little bit on the skinnier side, and I guess I'm not sure if she's in her head or what, but she oftentimes would make jokes saying, "Oh yeah, this is a picture of me when I used to be fat.
Oh God,
now I have no body."
Yeah, so see,
she's too much back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, you need to get yourself another chick, man. That chick ain't really the business right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Locario, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. I'll holler at you. Peace. All right, people. So listen, I gotta go. Remember, check out How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. You can get either one. Also, make sure you get the Bad Boy book. Also, make sure you join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario or / whichever one it is, Mr. Locario, and join the Patreon so you can hear the Bad Boy show. Let me shout out to all the people in the room. Shout out to Johnny Quest, Wayne Brown, Ha Hamad, Shaddy Ratty, Night Zoom Flights, Death Row Camp, Fire Sign, Chris Martinez, Uni Raj, I'm Shelled, Jermaine Jones, Bara Bazan, who else up in here? McCann Cornell, who else is up in here? Mr. Redskins. What else we got in the place? Black Man was in the building. Dreaded P. Yeah, we had a good amount of people up in here. That's cool, man. Savage YT Gaming. Shout out to you. And but yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to you guys. And I will do the next live joint on Wednesday. So I should be back in the city, be back in New York on Wednesday. I'll be back on Wednesday. So I'll do the next live joint. But when I'm in Florida, I'm going to be posting up a lot of cool videos as well. So yeah, man, I'll holler at you guys later. You guys have a good weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.